I'm your host, Invasion Bing, and this is the PCL. Welcome everybody. Prime, how are you doing today?
Good man, how are you?
I'm doing very well, man. This is new for us. We are bringing you guys some different perspectives and things like that. But Prime, let's talk about our recent announcement and accomplishments. Let's go over things. How are things working out for you? What would you like to say to the people? What has happened that they don't know about?
So it's official. It is official. PUBG has definitely recognized a league for the console players, something we've been waiting on since custom games, I would say, has came out. And they've decided to recognize the PUBG Console League as the league for NA competitive console play. So it's here, guys, and it is the very beginning stages, but this is where you start. This is kind of any league that you guys see that involves in esports. This is exactly how it starts. The league the game and organizations recognize leagues, and the way PUBG does it, the same way they've done it with the PGC and the PC was it the PCS. They decided to do this with the PCL, and we are excited to bring you tons of new content, start repping these players and these teams, and give them the recognition that they deserve.
I agree with that, Prime. There are gonna be some times. There's some rough times. We're gonna have to smooth out some edges, but when we get things going, it'll be amazing. We are so excited about season 9. PUBG cannot back us fully right now during season 8 because we were already mid-season. But we are looking forward to the future. We're trying to get them involved in everything we do, whether that's prizes, whether that's promotions, whether that's getting some stuff in the game. We're going to try to do whatever we can for console players to make sure that these people, that these participants are treated as pros. Because right now, that's what they are, esport pros. Because this is an esports league. Thank you all for your support and helping us get here, and we really, really do appreciate it. And talking about season 9, we're going to change the format of how we do things to two groups with 32, a 32 team tournament with two groups. We're going to have two separate qualifiers, and then the two teams, the top 8 teams from each group will then move on to face each other in the money round. We also expect to have an EU league coming out very soon. We're just looking for the right host for the league. We are in talks with two people that you guys are clearly familiar with, Effects and Critic, and if they do not want to do it, we will try to find someone else. But we are very excited about bringing you guys the future of esports and PUBG, and that, along with the new console that's coming out, is making things very, very, very attractive. And I hope you guys are excited and hope you're ready to participate in these events. Prime, what do you expect to see today? Like, we're talking about the future, we're talking about all these great things, but what are you expecting to see today in this FPP qualifier?
You know what's funny is I expect to see the same gameplay. To be honest with you, these guys have been professional from the start. From the start, they have, and we're talking about guys and gals from all ages playing on console for what, 8 seasons already. This is our 8th season, and I expect them to continuously bring it as if they were playing for the big money, or as if they were playing in a big league that is backed by PUBG. They've been doing it ever since, and I think that it's going to carry on. Um, I will say we will see even the bottom teams not leave so early and continue to play, because they expect to come back for the next season. They expect to continue to build their team as an actual brand, and just I don't know. We've had nothing but excitement from all 8 seasons. Being we've seen it all. Like I mean, in the TPP division, I was checking out the highlights, and my God, that card play from Sparky was just absolutely just, it was a superstar move. um I will say I expect for Invasion to be looking for some heavy revenge towards some towards some said people. If you guys follow the socials, they're below here for both of us, but also make sure you're following the PCL social as well. um and we'll get that out in the chat. You guys will see that in the chat. But these players like to build a little bit of banter towards each other, always friendly. But I think Invasion is definitely looking to be more aggressive, and maybe somebody may have a bounty on their head this round per se, or this week.
Uh, I can agree with that. I can see that actually being the case. It's the plays, like you said, were outstanding in TPP, and I don't think that anything changed about the gameplay. But now the people are being recognized, right? When Sparky made that play, he's made so many plays in the past, but now everybody can see the kind of gameplay that he's producing, and it is amazing, right? Like there's another a play or highlight that I want to put out there. This guy Warhawk, man, was in this, like, it was a smoke in the building. He was against the mates. He stood in the smoke for about, I want to say, 10 minutes, it felt like. And Tacticals didn't even know it was there. Pulls up behind him, shoots him in the back. Tacticals goes down. He ends up getting wiped right there. But these are the plays that we expect to see today, especially in FPP. And this is the one that people want more than anything else. And this is the competition that they say they take most serious, right? And these people, these competitors really want to exert themselves and show that their dominance in this particular game style and this particular gameplay. So today we will see people bring it, and I cannot wait. Matter of fact, I think we're almost ready to get the gameplay started. Well, we'll go into some other things. Prime, do you have the scores with you right now?
I do have the scores. I also want to comment on what you were saying. You and I had, earlier this week talked about the difference between PC and console, the different styles of play. And what you'll find is if you guys have caught up and watched the PCS and the PGC, these players are just absolutely good with DMRs, with their pinpoint accuracy, with the keyboard and mouse, right? These guys on controller with the analog stick can do unheard of things. I mean, these guys have been obviously putting in a ton of hours. They've been accused of even using mouse and keyboard on console. And these players have gone through great lengths to prove their legitimacy, right? Like they've had hand cams, they've had monitor cams. And thanks to PUBG, of course, with the radar being gone and third-party software, that is no longer a thing. So we're inching step by step to really bringing you guys full content. And we look forward in season 9, like being mentioned, we get a new set of developer tools or spectating tools to use so we can give you guys some more action, because that's what the console league is all about, right, Bing? There's more in your face action because there isn't that many peak offs or long distance shooting, because these guys are great with ARs, with sprays, and they're great with magnification scopes on it and things like that, right?
It's true. You made a great point. I want to bring up something that I saw in like some comments recently. People saying things like, about the radar being back and things of that nature. All that is bogus. Right? That's not the truth. These things are just said to you guys as excuses for people not being as good as they think they are, right? You're going to see people in this division, in this league, make plays that you don't typically see on the regular, and that's fine. That's why these guys are the pros. That's why they're the best. They're gonna spray from a distance that maybe you can't spray at, but these guys have put in the hours, they've put in the time, they've practiced, they've worked on their craft, and since that has happened, there are gonna be things that they do that you can't do. And if you want to be able to do that, you're going to have to go to the training range. You're going to have to shoot at the targets. You're going to have to work your tail off to be able to get to this position that they're at. There's a reason why they play for the big money. It's the reason why these people seek out these people to play with them. If you look in the top of the board, you look at the kills, you look at the leaderboards and all this stuff, you see them in 11-game winning streaks, 12-game winning streaks. That's not because they just stumbled upon these things. That is because they've worked really hard and they've played a lot of hours to get there. So I just want to make sure that you give these players their respect and their credit, and don't come into the PCL saying just wild stuff, because that is not the truth. But yes, Prime, you are right. Season 9 is going to be crazy. I can't wait. They're going to uncap the frames for a lot of us. They're going to there's going to be a you saw the new map? I don't want to talk about it, but our season 9 is going to be.
Oh man, that new map looks amazing so far with the dinosaurs in it.
Yo, and then they got the dirt bike, and I think you can shoot off your bike. I think they said you can drive and shoot in one of the particular vehicles. But yeah, it's going to be amazing. But season 9 for the PCL is also going to be great because we are backed and we are excited about this. We are trying to bring the biggest and largest prize pool that we can to all the competitors, and we want to make sure that there is going to be a TPP and an FPP perspective. We really want to make sure there's the EU, TPP, and FPP perspective. The plan for the PCL is to be a global thing and not just a NA situation. We just got to make sure that we have the right people in the right places to make these things happen. Of course, the funds have to be right as well, because it's a lot that goes into it. Um, but with that being said, we're gonna take you guys straight into the game, straight into the action. I think they haven't started yet. We're not in the flight path, but here we go. So we're flying from military to from Nova to Averni right now. We're flying from Nova to Severny. And it looks like everybody's gonna be able to drop in their relative locations. The only thing that some of these players need to worry about would be making it to the far west coast. That might not happen. Making it to the west coast may not happen, but besides that, everybody's gonna get to their spots. We're gonna get right in there. I want to see in the chat, who do you think is going to get the W right now? We always ask that question. Nobody ever has a good answer. So today I want to know, who do you think is going to be able to get the win? And
All right, we're back. Sorry. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty over here. But did we go over the scores?
We didn't. We're waiting on you.
All right. So, as the kill leader, as you guys all know, we've got Warhawk 23 kills through the first week. That is 8 games, 23 kills. That is just impressive. That is 4+ kills a game or 3+ kills a game. But I'm sure he almost qualified for more because he dealt out a ton of damage, with the point leader being AV Sweeney. And he's the reason why Avita is number 1. 73 points from him alone. He could take third place by itself. 121 points in first place is Avita. 71 of those points are kill points. The second place is going to be the mates. You guys all know who they are, led by Tacticals and Dimshik. 84 points with 65 kill points, 10k damage. The Dossers coming in third. Second, I'm sorry, not second, with 65 points, 49 of those points coming from kills in third place. And then fourth is Winner Circle, 57 placement points overall with 46 kill points. Not to mention, keep in mind the top 16 teams advance, with fifth place being Genesis with 55 points, sixth place being Torch, seventh is Berserker Esports, then Valid, AIC in ninth, and above the rest in 10th. Invasion not too far away from there. This whole 4th through 11th spot literally has less than a 20-point spread. That is a win and a high kill game away from jumping at least 8 to 9 spots ahead. So this is going to be a very pivotal, very, very pivotal day, including with tomorrow to cap off the week, to see who advances to the money round. If the money round were to start today, the Pub Stars would be the cutoff, with BBG, Unvaulted, One Effort, and Real Shooters Only being the ones on the outside looking in. Bang, I expect to see Unvaulted crank it up a little bit more, as they're only 10 points behind the Pub Stars to becoming a part of the money round moving forward. Unvaulted's a really good team. I really like Turntide and Dirty Ray Vaughn. What do you expect from them moving forward?
So the bottom teams, unlike years past, these bottom teams aren't weak teams. These are actually very, very strong teams, in my opinion. And I think that the only separating factor is how well the AV played. AV played so well that they took kills away from other teams. So unless another team plays up to that standard, I believe that the teams that are on the bottom of the bracket will do things that will shock us going forward. Prime, I think you're exactly right. I think Unvaulted and even One Effort, I believe that those teams are going to be able to make leaps and bounds over what they did right before. NV has knocked Signs. Superman got a knock earlier right there, a knock and a confirm. So now it's a 3-3 fight, and now Criminal's going to get a knock right here again, Prime.
Oh, that's going to be tough right here. Invasion choosing a different spot, going military, looking to get involved, and they are, but they have 2 players down. They got to hurry up and wrap this fight up quick if they want to move forward. They cannot afford to lose this fight, and it seems like they are going down. Signs has been confirmed. Brain has been knocked. Lilith, the last one up, they may be calling him off right here.
In this particular case, I don't think there's anywhere Lillard can go though. Prime, he's going to be trapped in this one story. That's not like a 2-story. He has to make it out the back to get away from this. But I see in V4 maybe winning this fight right here.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I know they hate to see that. It looks like Lilith is actually going to stay and fight. Tacticals gets a kill and gets a wipe. Team 9 is the first one to be knocked, actually, and wipe. That's going to be real shooters only. They were at the bottom of the list. It's not what they need to see either. But MV4 surrounding Lilith right here. Soup is going to bleed out. There is no chance for Lilith to make a res unless he just absolutely goes off right here. But it looks like MV4 is going to be the winner of this fight, like you said.
Invasion has had a tough time starting off the leagues. Like wow, there it goes. Down goes Invasion right there. Invasion has had a tough time starting off the league. Every match, every time they go out fairly early in match number 1, but in match number 2 and 3 and 4, they pick it up. So they just have to figure out a way to get it going.
Yeah, they do. They do. We're hovering over Yaz right here. We have two teams in here. This is going to be Team 8, which is going to be, AIC, and then Team 20, which is BBG. They're in zone. This zone is not a bad zone for most of these players as they're already in, right? Unless you're military or you're over there in Milta and Lipovka. But a lot of these teams should have a pretty easy way in. You see Avita down there at the lower half of the circle already making their way in zone, but they also may have a care package in sight. Where you see this fighting going on too, Bing. Oh, I'm sorry. The Beretta just knocked RMV zipped, and that fighting is where these teams may want to go. That's center zone, right?
That is center zone. I was going to make a point about Avita that you pointed out, right? Avita seems to always rotate into the circle without anyone shooting at them ever. Never contested. They rotate in, either it's the bottom side of the circle, top side of the circle, but their landing spot is so good at the beginning of the game that nobody's ever around them. And if it is a team around them, it's that team across from the, like across from farm. They kill the team across from farm, and then they rotate all willy-nilly. That's why they're number 1. They never get contested. Look at them. They're exactly where they want to be. Look at Blackjack. Right. Late rotation. Still, nobody has looked at him at all. It's Lou. It's Lou. Lou's calling the plays correctly, like we talk about. We got a knock going on back here.
They looted going down and confirmed by America right there. That is the Red Reapers registering points, and the Red Reapers haven't really made much noise. They have some pretty good shooters on their team, but does not look like something that looted wanted to see. Bing, they rotate so well so early that number 1, even if they were in the worst spots, chances are they're not going to get shot at.
That's true.
And number 2, like you said, they have, with the new additions to Erangel with the ferry areas, they have the best landing spot in our opinion, right? As you see them make their move over to the big George Pool Mountain.
I 100% agree with that. They had a kind of sketchy landing spot at first, and then they instantly had the spots that they were looking for after that. So I agree with you. All that stuff that you're saying is completely correct.
Yeah, that's interesting. Look at TD right here looting in the area of the ruins. They've got a good spot as well. They have some good players too, led by Ratatat, a new addition on this team. This is the Dossers, and I believe that Ratatat is one of the reasons why they're in 3rd place so far.
Man,
they're playing really well.
Man, he's such a good player. There's no getting around how good of a player he is. He gets all the knocks. He puts down so much damage. Have you seen that he has recently signed the main gaming? I wonder how that's going to affect season number 9 going forward.
Speaking of main gaming, what a great organization coming together, and that's a good look for him. They are already ahead of the curve, looking to invest in maybe getting a comp team together to maybe compete in the PCL. Gravity took some damage there, or not Gravity. Maybe it was a +1 in the car. Someone took damage in that vehicle.
This seems
to be the mates.
The mates. Did they leave out of Pachinki right here, and then they drove back?
I thought so. Morphine going down to Sweeney. That's another kill point for you know who, Avita.
That's on top of the hill. I want to go to that fight. It's a little bit better than the fight was down there. There's some people just shooting around. We didn't tell people, if you're new and you have never been in a console league before, we do not have the ability to switch between cameras like they do in PC currently. That is something that's being instituted or instated in October, late October. So right now we have to fly over each particular fight, and sometimes we miss some action. It's not that we want to, it's just that that's the way we have to do these leagues currently. And everybody from Team 13 is down, Prime, except for that
This
one.
is not what the Pub Stars need, man. All of the teams we just mentioned are the ones fighting to be in the top 16. And look at what's happening. This is not what they need. They are just on the outside looking in. They're just, well, I'll take that back. There were 6 teams. So they can't afford to not get any points whatsoever because there are teams itching to take their spot, clearly.
Man, when you're talking about a team that you have to run into, a team that you don't want to run into, it's not them, right? Like, at all teams, that's not the team that you want to run into right there. You much rather run into anyone else, not Avita, and not when they're popping like they are right now. Avita did a good thing by not participating in. That's the mates taking down Jin. Jin is a crowd favorite right now, Prom. I had no idea they were a crowd favorite, but now they're getting taken down. This is supposed to be the best team in South America. Did you know that?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
That's interesting. That is interesting.
They did prove it last week, though. Last week they were popping off.
They got a couple of wins and they were playing extremely well, right?
That's true. Yeah, and you down goes your favorite.
No, not my guy THG. I was told that Paulo is the better one, but this is very interesting. They said that Paulo's the better one, but it was THG who was playing extremely well. But I don't know. We're going to have to see how the rest of the players pan out, as they did get out of that tough spot, but they're getting shot at right now from the Dossers as they're trying to find a new spot, right?
They are. Look, they chased them down. Hold on. Wait, am I wrong? Oh, there's something wrong right here, right? It looks like Jeff is still here. It's something wrong with the spectating mode. He's not there anymore. It just looks like he's there. I see. He has actually left. All right. He's the last one gone. All right. I respect that.
Tough break.
Yes.
But it's all good. I think that the way Genesis has been playing, I think that they still have their spirits up. They look at where they rotated. They got a great spot just below the mountain in one of those little compounds. That's the 2-building compound. It's not a full team, so they should be able to be okay. But is Team 12 going to challenge Avita right here? This is a Berserker Esports. ATR Embrace ends up knocking calculated shots from below in the other compound that has great sightlines in that area. Team 12 is in trouble. Avita is pushing with a ton of aggression being.
That compound makes it super easy to get knocks on this mountain, and that's the compound that always causes a problem for this mountain to mountain fight. Every time we see that, it's like that.
Sweeney ends up knocking Gravy, and now we've got, who is this? Is this Notorious?
That's Nation.
Nation is his name. Okay. And Space Havoc. Oh, they ended up getting calculated shots up. He's going to get a heal on, but they're already down a man. They're going to be tough.
Yeah, they lost Gravy in that fight right there. They lost Gravy in that fight right there. Now they're going to push down the mountain. This is a good play, but they need to, I don't think you can let AV stay up here for too long. You have to get him off the top of the hill, right? And right now this is I don't know. I think they have to move from this location. The next circle is going to be, oh my goodness, there's nowhere for them to go. Actually,
there's nowhere for them to go anywhere. I mean, even if they try to rotate out of this area and go to South Georgia, it's going to be tough. And they're in zone right here with the new shift. Look at where King Diffie and Torch is right there in that garage house as well, being they are in a really, really good spot. Now Avita is crunched. The mates are up here. We know they like to go up here too.
The mates, this is the team that you want to see. If you're on the opposite team, the team that you want to see fight Avita every game, you want it to be the mates. You're looking for that true. Because one of these teams has to go down, right? And no matter who it is, you're excited about it. Born Country. Gonna blow up over there.
Oh no, that's not what they need. And I think they're trying to get a good visual right here because keep in mind this is FPP right now. So I mean, they don't have the camera advantage that they usually would have in TPP, but these guys play both, right?
That might be the reason why we just saw this car crash too, Prime. Pulled up on the bike, couldn't stop like he usually would stop in TPP. Didn't see as much. Boom, hit the thing and knocked himself.
Oh yeah, and he almost got confirmed right there.
No, he's dead.
He's dead, yeah.
America
I
getting
thought
low
Dope
too.
Miss was shooting at him, maybe thinking that he was low, but so now we got 3 players left. America. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. You know what we don't
A
see?
nade from Shank there.
We don't see fights in crates for real because nobody likes to rotate crates. But man, that was a good nade by Shank.
It was a great nade, and then the crazy thing is that no, you don't want to play crates because it's like there's way too many anything.
Shank.
You see Knockin getting the knockin and Pigeon with the confirm, but looks like I was just about to say Knockin was gonna go down. He was very low, and then he met Nordic there.
Torch knocked, Diffie knocked Don't Miss, and then instantly got confirmed by War Pigeon. War Pigeon popping off.
Wow. With the finish there, Mutic and Nordic
my
goes
goodness.
down.
And I get some ones in the chat.
Health.
Again, you pointed
Literally
out.
1 HP, and he gets the res. So he saves a teammate. Turn UV going down to Rat-a-tat, and Criminal just got confirmed by Team 8.
You pointed out that, and down goes UV. You pointed out that Torch was in a good spot, and Torch definitely put some shots down right there and really, really caused some havoc during that fight right there.
Yeah, they did. Look at these 3 teams on the mountain here. They are not pushing each other at all. They're trying to figure out a way to stay alive and not be third partied, but also stay aggressive at the same time. These are 3 of the most aggressive players in the league right here, right?
Right. At least these 2 teams right here. This is the pull up on you and let's figure it out. Remember, we always talk about AV, and their advantage in the game is that they can play patient, but then at any time they can be at your compound and they can outshoot you as well. So they can outshoot you with the DMRs, and they can play very well with the ARs. So I'm curious to know when they're going to strike in this particular game because of how where their placement is currently. NV4 gonna go down, Prime.
After getting the wipe in military, I thought that they were going to be confident in their next couple of fights because they got that early kills. That's usually what you see happen. They usually get the first couple of kills, or the team that usually gets the first couple of kills move into the next zone with a lot of confidence, right?
That's true, right? You push into the zone, and you usually push into the zone deeper than you normally would because you have that confidence built up, right? Lou's gonna go down from Jeff.
Good shots right there from Jeff, and they're not gonna push, but they may get a kill here. Somebody just took a big headshot over there.
As soon as they saw that knock, they pushed, Prime.
Oh no, that's not a good look. Looks like Lou's gonna go down and be confirmed. Yeah, Jeff gets his kill. Sweeney ends up killing everyone along with Blackjack, and that is Berserker Esports eliminated. Now we've got Team 2 on the way. Standard's trying to hold him back, knocks tacticals, but then goes down, and Blackjack goes down, and that's the end of Avita.
Wow.
The mates only receiving 1 knock that was tacticals, ends up getting the wipe and is able to get the res. Another team is on the way. Here comes ATR above the rest, Team 16.
It's wild that ATR is the, like we talked about before, is the team that has won the EU, right? And since they pushed over here, I thought that they were going to be in a better place than they're in right now. I expect them to be a top 5, top 6 team, no matter what, right? I don't know what place they're in now, but they're not actually giving me what I thought they were going to. But that push right there might change how I might give them a little bit more confidence and might have them go for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking.
Who are you referring to?
ATR is the team.
Oh, ATR. Yeah, ATR is in 10th place right now with 44 points. So they're a few points away from, they were in that cluster I was referring to.
I see. Oh my goodness.
They can be in 5th place if they have a really good game here, Big.
One effort got wiped so effortlessly right there by these 2 teams. I don't know what teams wiped them, but they got wiped quickly. That would be TD and team number 8.
Which is AIC.
Man, let me tell you something. AIC and TPP this week was popping off. I'm talking about popping off. Whew, it was good.
Played.
I hope they bring in that same energy into this game. Oh my goodness, Dimshik.
Oh, there's a knock on Townie there. Tommy, I mean.
stolen.
Oh, good heads up play. Diffie still asserting himself, knocking Beretta unknown with the confirmed. Mask goes down to Embrace, and here comes ATR as well, Bing.
Man, it is. There's a lot of action going down. I can't even. We're in phase number 4. I couldn't even tell. Right, there hasn't been any rotations going on. It's just a whole lot of people dying. They just all pushing the hill and they're all fighting.
You know what's crazy is this is definitely King of the Hill right here.
I agree.
This is King of the Hill. New zone is shifted. Flacco, a name we have not heard in a while, is getting involved and gets a knock on Townie, but then Flacco goes down to M.
Let's go to
it
that.
Was
action.
a great pickup for Torch right there. And Tender Source and Kofri go down. Team 6 is eliminated. That's Dub C, another top 3 team.
I think that pickup,
top 5, sorry.
That pickup was amazing by them to get M. M is definitely showing, like Torch said, this is the best team they've had in ever. They've never had a team this good. They're 100% right. If you looked at all their new pickups are the people getting the kills, whether it's Diffie, whether it's M, that's it. The old heads haven't done much. It's been a lot of the new people getting it done.
That's true. That is very true. Looks like Dimshik is gonna get the res. TD decides to back off. And you gotta be holding your breath right here, right? Every time you're getting res, Bing, you've played some comp play. Anytime you're getting the res or going for the res, you're holding your breath.
Man, especially in the FPP perspective, because you can't see when they're coming. They just hop around that wall and they get an angle you've never seen before, and boom.
It's over.
It's over.
Game 1 is already action-packed. Team 8 pushing up. Gravity's not going to get res here. Another nade. Good nade by Exclusive with the confirm. What is this? This is Tacticals and Sparky up.
Yep.
Diffie going down to Jin Jeff. Diffie was getting so many kills, but then Jin Jeff goes down. Oh my goodness.
I was thinking the same thing. There goes
Howard.
Wait, where'd that happen?
Where was he at? You're right.
Oh, down
he's
here.
behind them. Okay, so now Team 8's gonna push. This is a 4v2 situation. Sparky goes down. Tactical's last one up. Zelote's got to push up here. No need, and the mates are down. Jeff gets confirmed by Damo, and so does Ferris. That looks like Genesis is out for the count with a 10th place finish. Team 15 making their way up the mountain. That's the Dossers, but look who's getting pushed. Oh no, that's right. That's the one. They took their spot.
So what you could see right there is I was gonna say Tacticals was gonna have to make one of those tactical like plays to get the win. But there's no way. There's no way. They had too many. They were surrounding them too well. They were doing things too well right there. He was gonna get put down. You see these two solos over here in this warehouse together?
I do.
Oh man, that's
Foxy and Pub Stars. They still have one player up. That's Swift Gaming. What a play by Swift Gaming. Foxy has no idea Swift is in here either.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. They're just gonna hold the compound together.
Hold the warehouse together and hope for better things. My goodness.
Oh man. Let's go over here to ATR.
Still 3 teams on the mountain here. ATR being pushed by Team 15. That is the Dossers, currently in 3rd place.
Ooh.
Stend. He had a tough break last week.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Hayes putting on a show, wiping Nath and Ratatat. Sten's going to get the revive. Team 18 is thinking about making that push. This is the rest of Valid. This is going to be Don Tricks and Shogun, 2 good players. See how they're going to push up.
Let's check the circle real quick. I was just wondering why everybody's still running to the top of the mountain, right? And
they want to be on they want to have the high ground.
The high ground right now, yeah. And especially since this is an FPP perspective, high ground actually matters. Usually TPP high ground, it's cool to have it, but it doesn't matter as much. But in FPP, you should be on the top of this mountain up here where AIC is.
That's true. And then also they got to know that these other spots are taken. And then you don't want to be in the connexes too long because guess what? Now you have to cross a field because you're not going to get zoned.
And then as soon as you walk out, you get beamed right here, like you just saw happen to War Pigeon. And here comes Knockin'. Knockin' is going to get, it's probably going to get knocked, to be honest. Yep, there he goes. Now he's out.
Yes. That is it for the Red Reapers. That's a better play than what I've seen last week from them, though. They got to have some confidence going in, though.
When I somebody recently asked a question like, why is everybody running SLRs? Like, oh, everybody has to run SLRs. Well, yes, because it's such a good gun. It does more damage and it shoots quicker. The recoil pattern is easily predictable, right? So every comp player is gonna want to run the SLR and the barrel. If they have something else, it was by accident. It's just because they didn't find the SLR or the barrel. That's just how it's gonna go down.
Ooh, Mitch goes down as well. That is the end of Euro Bing. The last member from Unvaulted ended up getting his team 6th place.
Oh, nice. That's
so
what they
now
needed.
We got top 4 teams now. This is Team 3, Torch with all 4 players up. Team 8, AIC with all 4 players up. Team 16, ATR with 3, and Team 18 is Valen. Let's see how this plans out. Sturdy is down and out. Stolen by Diffie. He is got to be one of the greatest heads-up players with the DMR, right?
I agree. He waits and watches for that the whole time.
Zalodi put it in work. The last ATR member nowhere to be found. So now they're going to get their confirms. Bazaar is going to get rezzed and gets his heel off.
Townie knocked Zalodi with the MK from a distance.
It's a good shot right there. I think Bazaar is going to at least get one out of these 2 reses here. Zalodi, it may be over for Zalodi. Or maybe not. I thought Townie was going to... Well, okay, here he comes.
Right after this fight, we'll go into that player perspective so we can see a little bit better. Oh, that jump might have cost them. Look at Bazaar with the poise and patience.
He's gonna get his first aid off. Now he can help exclusive shoot, but he just didn't have any idea where Townie was. And Townie being the animal, that's a squad wipe.
Oh my gosh, that was intense and amazing. Well done by Townie. Even though Bazaar got his heel off, he still stood no chance to Townie right there. Well done. I thought Torch had a lot more kills on this prime with all those pickups that they have. That's 5 kills only.
Hey, 5 kills, but they're also in top 3 right now. So
that's true.
They can really, really get themselves in some good position. I mean, they are only 6th place and they're a couple of points behind top 3. So they're good.
They are good. Shogun.
Right now, I mean, with the way it's panned out, they are approaching 3rd. Shogun with great shots on Townie leaves him down to a quarter of health. Shogun trying to take his time here for sure. Townie going to get the res. Diffie
look at
now
the
looking
angle.
across. Well, look at him taking his time. He misses 2nd and 3rd shot. Now he's going to try to spam, but misses. That 8 times can get away from you on the SLR.
Man, he needed to take his time on that first shot, hit him in the head. He hits him in the head the first shot. He probably puts him down after those next 2 prime.
That's very true. Dontrix going to have to take a hill. He's going to have 1 first aid left after this.
Him getting taken down.
Goes down to Townie. Townie is absolutely on a tear right now. Thamo is this Shogun in the sights? He does.
Oh, he whiffed the last 2.
That is the difference between the SKS and SLR as well. That's your difference, Bing.
That's it. It's the bullet tribal. That has to be it, right? The bullet tribal makes it harder to hit shots with the SK if you're not... If you go from shooting an SLR one game to the SK the next game, you're going to miss so many shots with that SK that next game.
Very true. Can Townie work some magic right here? He's in a 1v3 situation here, Bing.
Let's see what he has. He should get dead body.
Here comes the smokes. He's got to come down here, too. He's got 15 seconds.
Oh, that's a money nade. He might knock him with this. 33 damage, man.
Good play right here. This is a great play because now you get to push and single out one person. Oh, but they caught it. We got a winner chicken dinner in Torch coming in with 8 kills in first place, ATR in 2nd. And then we also have this is Valid in 3rd. Replay action coming right at you guys. So exclusive himself collecting 5 kills right here, helping putting out Team 11. That was the Red Reapers, just going on a tear right here, getting War Pigeon down right here as well. And then knocking people ends up getting confirmed by, I think it was Torch, I believe. But just great plays from Exclusive from the top of that mountain. No, Exclusive ends up, no, Zaloti helped him out there. So another teammate. So teammate ends up wiping team 11. And then what we saw here was going to be Mitch going to get his kill and loot, but he just absolutely, he was a part of the firing range right here. And look at Swift coming out of the warehouse late. He ends up dying to play zone, getting his team six place placement points right here. And then it was just this right here is literally the king of the hill. Who is going to win the mountain? And as we saw, Townie ended up coming up big for his team right here with ATR. I thought that AIC was going to be the ones that was going to have at least 3 people up coming from down this hill. But the way Townie played towards the end and ends up wiping the last 2 members of AIC, it was just absolutely played well. Hayes just doing bits before he goes down and dies as well. If Townie was closer, I know he was trying to hold off the rest of the members of Valid there, but I got to think that if Townie is closer to help Sten and Hayes win this fight right here, there may be a different swing in the game, because Townie could save his 2 teammates in Hayes and Sten, and he would have 2 more players instead of 1. Just what a play though by these guys, and the faith and the trust that they had in each other to split and try to hold off 2 different teams is just amazing. And the fact that Townie held off 1 team on his own was amazing as well. He got that knock, which allowed him to push up and get this other kill. But unfortunately, he was too late to get to save in the rest of his team. But Townie was playing very patient right here, making sure that he didn't make a mistake. Didn't even realize he had Bazaar right below him taking a heal off. But he starts shooting that Exclusive here, switches over to Bazaar and murders Exclusive as well, and that was the end of that. Then also down here, Dontrix and his teammate doing bits, staying alive, but they just gave up too much of an angle on Torch right here, 100%. It was just tough for them in the spot that they were in. They thought would have been a good spot because they were closer to the mountain and they had more cover. Torch just had the best angles and the best weapons to take those angles away. If they didn't have 8 times as well, I think these guys have a better chance of hitting shots, but you can't pass up an 8 times if that's the only
scope that you have.
You're gonna see.
So I have a question though. So do you think that's, because I've heard you say it twice. So you think that 8 times shouldn't be used on the DMR per se, right? Because it kind of throws off your like in this, for example, right? He hits him twice, but the shots after this guy isn't standing still are hard for Diffie to place with his 8 times.
It is. Me personally, and obviously I don't consider myself a comp player at all, but I consider myself a pretty good player. I cringe when I know I have an 8 times and not a 6 times. I will pick a 6 times up over an 8 after looting for DMR. It's just easier to shoot. I think it's less recoil as well because you have a lot of mag, and you can spam. And I think that's what these guys were looking to do. As you can see, Damo right here missing the shots. If he had a 6 times, I think he lands his shots. And you're right, it throws you off a little bit. You think they're closer than they are because you have the mag, so you lead a lot less, and they end up running past your bullets.
I see what you're saying.
I think the only time I picked that up, Bing, is honestly for a bolt action rifle.
Bolt action rifles. I see what you're saying, Prime. That's okay. All right, I respect that. Okay.
And you see Townie here. This is a play I think I would make as well. Once you know exactly where one person is, he doesn't see these hit points right here. But if he knows that he lands this nade right here, I think he would push with his gun instead of trying to throw with the nade. And he has a better chance. He tried to wiggle his way out of there, but just Unknown is just too good there. It ends up getting the win. That is game number 1 with a ton of action. We have 3 more action-packed games coming up. This is the PCL. We'll be right back after this brief intermission.
Welcome back, everybody. This is match number 2. We are the PUBG Console League. I'm your host, Invasion Bing, along with I Am Prime, and this is FPP Squads Qualifiers. Prime, what do you say about the last match?
Last match was absolutely chaotic. What a great zone. What a great finish. I thought the team who won the mountain would be the team to win, but Torch showing their resilience, rotating the best way they knew how. They had a great position. Diffie, just great heads up plays, helping them get as many kills as possible. And then finishing the game off strong with the rest of their players up is what gave them the key to winning the game, Bing. And I think we have some updated scores as well.
We sure do.
We do. Avita registered a couple of points. They're still sitting pretty in first place. I see them being in first place at least for the end of these qualifiers. The mates as well in second place, with the Dossers inching up close, but they're 19 points behind, with the mates having 89 points. But Torch now finds himself in fourth place with 45 kills of those 69 points being kill points. AIC has also made their way up as well, as they are in fifth place. ATR has bumped up from that great play from Townie, at least getting him second place and a ton of kills, with Winner Circle being bumped down out of top 3, Bing, or top 4. Genesis has crawled up as well. They're in 8th place. Valid in 9th with 56 points. Berserker has dropped down to 10th. Euro in 11th, and Invasion bumping down once from that squad wipe, one slot, with 13th place being Red Reapers, RMV in 14th, NV4 in 15th. They bumped themselves up from that squad wipe in placement from the last game. And then the Pub Stars still hanging on, as they have at least an 8-point lead on BBG, who's on the outside looking in. What a game one.
These teams at the bottom, Prime, are going to have to play more aggressive, and they can't get lost in the shuffle during the mass rotation that happens in between phase number 1 and 2, and then between 4 and like 5, right? Like those are the two phases in which a lot of people die, and that's what I see happening here over and over again. They just can't find the right place to go, and every time they do find the right place to go, there's somebody there waiting, and they lose that gunfight.
You're absolutely right. I think what happens, Bing, is they're late on a rotation just from, oh my goodness, the zone is here again. Game number 2 of very west zone, with the Gakka fields being center. This is a zone that caters to teams like RMV. Invasion finds their way in Corey. They're in a good spot here, as they can do some damage as well. And then I believe, what team is that's in green that's in the middle there? Is that 13?
That is one effort. That is 19.
Oh, okay. So that's one effort. The team who is very low in the totem pole is found their way in a good spot. And the Red Reapers as well is in a good spot. I'm sorry, this is AIC, not one Red Reapers, just east of that zone. So we got some people already in there. And here's that rotation too, where AV can just ride right on into the zone, right? It's going west. They can go west. They have vehicles and they're good to go.
Literally every single time. It's undoubtedly the best spot on the map. I don't know who figured it out. I don't know what conversation they had, but it's literally the best spot on the map, hands down. No shot. No, look at it. Nobody's ever around them, because you don't want to land farm, because farm doesn't have the loot for you, right? Or if you do land farm, you're in between Milta and then you're in between Avita. Like, so you don't want to go there. And so nobody's ever around them. Easy access to the other side of the to military if they have to go there, and then they can always go north, because if you ever see that circle that goes far east, it's rarely north or east. Exactly. Yeah. So it's just such a good spot for them, and that allows them to make it at least to phase number 2 or 3 without ever being contested. It's amazing. Well done. Well, good find.
You see the members of Red Reapers making their way through the woods here. Very sketchy place, as they know there are going to be some teams in this area. Invasion trying to link up now after getting some loot, and is going to try to find a good spot in this zone and try to last as long as they can.
Ooh. Are the Red Reapers going to drive all? Okay, all right. No, they stopped to get another vehicle. I was going to ask, are they going to drive all the way to Primorsk? Because we talk about the Primorsk position a lot, and we say it's a really nice spot to start, but you don't want to be there phase 2 because the circle's not going to end there unless Primorsk is literally in the middle of the map.
That's true. Very true. And we don't tend to see the zone shift down there after it goes far west either, right?
It has been a long time since the circles have gone south to that particular location. You're 100% right. We got a bridge camp going on, a little bit of one. It's WC. No, it's going to be a whole bridge camp if it's WC.
Definitely. Little quasi bridge camp, but it turns out to be Mass getting the first knock, and that's them dogs going down. This is Unvaulted, a team that we mentioned that we were hoping was going to be a team that had a better week. They just lose one player in that rotation. No big deal, but you hate to see it, but they're able to keep some other players up and move forward, right?
We're talking about that rotation that we see from UV. UV has to stop landing military. They have to. It does not work for them. They have to land somewhere else where they can rotate easier. Right there, they lose a person that's not even in a fight. They just instantly down. It's not worth, in my opinion.
You know what it is, Bing, is that you're right. And I think they're thinking going in, it's not a bad thought. They think, man, if it's a military zone, we are really good, right? And we're at least going to get placement. But the chances of it going military is unlikely. I know we've seen it before where we've had a ton of military games and
man,
it's tough for them to rotate, but it's just a tough gamble. Because you're right. If you do find your way, like with this zone right here, they have a tough way of getting in the zone, and they chances are to get bridge camped by a very, very strong team who could shoot people out of cars.
Right. If you're talking percentages, right? Like if you're saying what is the percentage that the circle goes military, the percentage isn't high. So there's no need to land there if you're thinking about winning the zone, right? Like that's not the place, in my opinion. I think that you should land somewhere else and then rotate. Rotating the military is always better than landing military and staying, because you're gonna get pushed anyway. So you might as well not do that.
That's true. We'll see if they start making that change right there. We got two teams in Rise that seem like they're gonna be getting into a fight real soon. This is gonna be Valid and
RSO. RSO has lost 2 players, Prime.
Oh, but they get a knock on Dontrix right here. This is going to be tough right here.
And you pick that kill up, though, is the instant trade. And unless Povey can do something, it's going to be a wrap.
Povey trying to make his way across the street. He's a little late, but I don't know if he's going to be able to make a play right here. What is this? All 3 members up right here for Valid?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Well, he takes a little bit of damage and he goes down into Beretta as well. So that is going to be Team 9 being the second team eliminated. That's RSO. Tough break for them. They know they want to get aggressive, but that spot right there this is very tough for them.
I appreciate the fact that they had that fight, and I appreciate the fact that Valid is still in that situation, and they still go there every time, and they win Rise. Rise is the place that they typically win, and I love it.
I love it too. These guys are just they're that good. They usually hold down that area. Rise is not a bad spot to land. It's center zone. It's kind of the Pachinki way of thinking, right?
Right. It's we can land here and we can get people who drive through, and then we can either win the fight or we can lose the fight. And it's easier for us to rotate from this spot than anywhere else. I love it.
I saw Evasion go into a decent compound, and then I also see Team 12 in a really good compound, Berserker Esports. These guys just know the map so well that it's almost like they're going through the motions and they know what's going to happen. And every time they know what the zone is thinking per se, they make the right chess moves and they try to get into the spots that they know is going to get them in a spot for the long run. Euro is driving through the fields right in between the mates, and they're going to take a ton of damage. That's going to be tough. Euro Mitch just took a ton of damage. I don't know if it was him or the vehicle, but he took a ton of damage. Criminal going down the stand, and we just talked about MV4.
Where's that happen at that prime? All the way down here? Is that what we're seeing?
No, it's over in the east, right above Pachinki. There on northwest of Pachinki.
I see.
But the mates started to rotate as well, so they're not taking as much damage.
Look at this right here. Where's RMV gonna wait? Is RMV coming?
I think they're all trying to go to Gaka.
Is this?
But you gotta think that this is gonna be tough.
No,
they may be able to land the old yellows here, right?
I think they were going Gaka, and now they're gonna take the old yellows. Yup.
Yeah, and that was Team 12. They actually moved from this area and pushed into Gaka as they had a little bit more cover, and RMV is gonna occupy that space now. Avita just chilling over there on the hill over there by the observatory. So we'll see how they play.
Where is?
So I'm hearing Paulo has the largest head in Brazil. That is hilarious.
Oh my goodness! Big brain plays coming from him. That's why
big brain plays from Paulo. So big head, big brain plays.
Right. More shots popping off.
Torch in a good spot too. Bing Torch has just done a really good job with their rotations. I have to commend them and give them credit where it's due. You see Jen making all the right plays as well. Probably from that big brain Apollo. If he is the IGL, then my guy Thig is the shooter.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to ask somebody how to say his name.
I just told you, man. I just told you. I don't need your insolence, man.
Oh man, I'm over it. I was gonna go to this fight over here too. This is Kofi. This is WC taking down Team 20.
That's going to be BBG. Another team that's low in the totem pole, and they do not need to see these kind of what's happening. Bing is they're running into some juggernauts. Tactical's knocking Kofri though in a third party situation. Kofri pushed out of that compound. I don't think he'll get rezzed. Count Shank with a big knock on Tack though. He's got a that was an SKS. I'm sorry, I thought it was going to be a MK.
I want to see where Tack is. Tack is dead. I just want to see what the angle was right here. Wow.
You know those houses has all of the angles at this field here. As long as you can stick your head out of that window, you can definitely get the shots off.
Where's Flacco? Flacco's going for the res?
Good try here. You got to go for it. And just keep in mind, guys, unknown is Torch Tyrannical.
It's Tyrannical. I was going to say that. They wanted to make sure you knew
streamer mode on there.
Right. Yeah, look at this, though. Look at this.
I want an unknown name.
Dimshik let them all push out of the compound. He's here by himself. He's going to wait and try to get the last person.
Great angle. Tendersaurus is probably going to get his headshot off here. It's very possible.
Does he want the perfect shot here?
I bet you a whole $1.
What does he have?
A whole $1.
Okay, I'll take that bet, to be honest. He's going to body him once.
It's the patience. It's the patience for me.
Oh,
Tinder
man.
is already not full health.
Tinder is doing a good job of keeping his neck moving right here.
Right. If he moves up anywhere into open field, Dimshik is going to have a field day. He also realizes that Mask is in a very, very peculiar spot as well. Dimshik now going to try to get an angle here, Bing.
Oh, he whiffs all of the shots, Prime. He shot a bunch of shots, whiffed them all. Now Tinder Source is about to turn on him.
See, now you owe me $1.
Oh my goodness, is that sure? Is that true?
I didn't tell you what my bet was. I just said I bet you $1, but I was still right. You owe me $2 because that's a 2 for 1.
Oh my goodness! And now Flacco gets that knock on Sparky. Now that kind of Dipshit's gonna have to get his heel off here.
Yeah, that changes the shift a little bit. Flacco can't push all the way down, so Dimshik will get the heel and maybe get the confirmed kills too. Bang!
I would confirm instantly.
Oh, of course. Put my life on the line for these points.
Oh, Dimshik.
What a play from Flacco there. Saving his team. Kofri going to get back and maybe get the res. Dimshik is eliminated. Sparky may be as well.
Welcome back.
The wily veteran Flacco asserting himself.
Welcome back. They're going to get the res right here. Oh, there's a wipe over there. Jin gets a wipe on one effort. Oh, look at this. He's gonna get both. They're gonna get both reses, and Gravity's gonna just stay back. Oh, Shank taking shots over here, Prime. He's trying to get a confirmation over here. Man, this is what I'm talking about. BBG not being as aggressive as necessary. In my opinion, you got to third party that fight, especially if you're not in the top, right? We might as well go. We're low. Yeah, there it goes. Shank actually gets a knock on Flacco right there and a confirm. You have to do this.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I think what some of these newer teams do is they think they have to get placement over kills. And that's not the case. The name of the game, look at Signs with a bolt action rifle taking down Nath. I think what people tend to think is that because the placement kills get you that lump sum of points, they don't need the kills. But the name of the game is kills.
Right.
It just is.
You have to get
especially
kills.
In the qualifiers. Yeah, because you can make up for not placing with a ton of kills.
You have to. Oh, here comes. What?
Oh, Gravity. Are they taking shots?
They are. Now they are. They just started. They just started, but they didn't take many. I don't know what happened right there. That's usually the team that shoots at everything driving by, because that's what they're waiting on, right? They stay in compounds for a long time, and then they wait to get those shots off, but they did not put down as many shots as I thought they were. And now Merc getting taken down by Soup with the M4. Look at him.
Yeah, they had that good space right there, able to gatekeep, and now they're starting to confirm their kills.
After Nath got knocked over here, Prime, right? He's not peeking as not as willing to peek his head out of that window after Signs hit him with that car 9.
Right. I mean, he virtually just doesn't have a helmet anymore, so he might as well not. That's true. Absolutely right. And my guy Thig getting the kills. Thig,
bro.
Thig,
get out of here.
BB, until he personally comes into the chat,
it says that's not it. You're not even going to be able to understand it. Oh my goodness! Look, BBG is playing the they're playing the outside now. They're gonna have to push up on Jin right here. Oh, WC creeping in through the blue. What phase is this?
This is going to be phase 4 after it closes.
Right.
So
that's why I asked. 5. Mask is down.
Yeah.
No shot. I was thinking like, what?
Mask kills itself to the play zone. Play zone with some placement points or with some kill points as well.
You know, remember when we first put it on esports mode and we were losing massive amounts of people over and over again?
Yeah, it was getting squad wipes.
Instant wipe.
we should have gave the winner the play zone the winner.
That's true.
Oh, Hetty, move your face, goes down knocking. Kofi gonna go down and they must have not had any meds as well.
After that fight, they didn't have any meds.
Right.
And then if they could have found some, it still was hitting pretty hard. Oh, Gravity must have just died on that rotation too.
He did. The mates is no longer in play. Right there, he died right there next to the vehicle. Team 18 in a really good spot to gatekeep, but Monster took a ton of damage right there, being. That's going to be, this is Red Reapers in your yellow, and then in your brown is going to be Valid.
Yep, Valid.
Led by Beretta right here and Dontrix. They're going to try to hold this team out from jumping in the zone. Led by Born Country, or America and Born Country here. Rat Attack goes down to Nation and confirmed. Team 15 is gone. Nath goes down to both of them with a double nade.
What's wild right here is there are 13 teams left in this.
Yeah, this is where it gets chaotic. You just mentioned it. You said phase 5, which is this is it right here.
This is the rotation.
And then that first rotation, and you start to see teams dwindling down. It's them being caught out of position every time.
That's true. AV is in such a good position. I want to show you guys where they're at. Well, not now. They're getting pushed. They are right here. This is where all that action is going on. We don't want to leave this fight. Well, we're going to leave this fight. I didn't want to leave this fight at the beginning, but we'll leave it now so you guys can see where these teams are actually getting into these fights at. This is Team 10 over here. And as I leave, you can hear the shots going off behind me. There are a lot of shots going off back there. So who we have left? Diffie, Damo, and that's it.
Torch doing what they do well, but they ran into AV, and this is going to be a tough spot. Diffie is not going to go outside, though. I mean, he was gonna go outside, but he's not. He won't go out without a fight.
He's gonna try to. And Dom is gonna hold this side, and they do this too, where One player will be one spot and the other player will be far on the other side. So just in case the fight starts, one of them can leave. And I said that, and calculated shots gets a knock right there, and down goes Dom.
And Soup takes down Thig as well from Genesis. THG.
Brain died to Thig before that.
Oh,
as well.
I see. So he must have been low, and then Soup was able to capitalize there.
Look at this play by Diffie. Here comes Lou. I wanted to see if he's shooting at him. He's missing these. Down he goes.
Oh, good shots from Lou right there.
He missed his opportunity. Diffie missed his opportunity. He had the shots at first, wasn't able to confirm those, and then he goes down. I think that Invasion wants to push this fight, Prime, but they're being held off by Jin right now.
They are. Player unknown battlegrounds. Oh, a confirm right there from Signs on THG. He is eliminated from play.
That was funny.
It is. I mean, every time I look up, it's an AK, or a barrel. It's mainly barrel though.
That really made me laugh. I wasn't even. That was crazy. It is. For real. Barrels. I mean, we saw some AK plays. Whoa. I saw some AK plays the other day. It's just not worth even picking up, man. Like it's gonna take a lot to pick up. Like I would never pick up an AK. There's no reason. Like not at all. Zaloti going crazy.
So their thinking is AK first, and if they can't find a barrel, they'll go with the AK. Is what I've been hearing from a lot of these comp players, and I don't disagree. I will tell you this update with the change of the M4 sounds and feels really good. I was using the M4 this week, bang, and I feel like it's back. It's just so good.
I'm not gonna front with you, Prime. You know my slogan.
M4 or bust?
M4 or bust. Unless the M4 blows up every time I shoot it, I'm picking it up.
Unless it like backfires.
Right, exactly. Unless
the house is on fire.
The house is on fire. They had
the roof.
Tommy got out of there. The fire happened. Tommy got out of there, boy. Oh my goodness.
A remnants of the fire too.
He got out of there. But yeah, no shot, bro. I'm using the M4 no matter what. Hey, somebody threw another molly in here. What? Yeah, I'm using the M4 no matter what. I don't care. I mean, I know it doesn't do, it's not the barrel, and I do pick up the barrel and I do love it, but man, I
can hit a lot of shots with the M4.
Man, listen.
That barrel may give you that slight little horizontal recoil that you can't make up for.
Man, well, listen. And maybe I'm just
looting vests.
So this is what I didn't know, and I know it now. I think that if you have the spectator helmet thing turned off, I don't see it either. He has a helmet on. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I assume they had the helmet on. I thought it was them.
Like him right here, right? There's no way he doesn't have a helmet. They have a helmet on. Right. Because first of all, nobody's that brave to run a no helmet situation in the PCO. Like what?
I'll say this: according to the artist on PUBG, everybody's that brave to not wear a helmet. And vest. You see somebody running around with an MK with nothing on it and no vest. With
the graphic designers are tripping. Oh, down goes knocking people through the window.
Great shots by Townie.
Townie, man, I remember Townie has always played very well. Always, like even in the old days, I thought Townie was a problem, and I'm glad to see that he's participating in the best league on the planet.
I agree. I've always liked Tony. I remember playing against him in earlier get-together tournaments, and I know you like that saying too. The early get-together tournaments, and I remember him like 1v4 clutching, and just I was like, man, this guy's an animal.
Yeah, man, I remember that tournament that you're describing, and that exact situation. If he ever kills me again, I gotta go see about him.
See, you gave up too much information.
I don't care. You upset me. You triggered me.
Man.
You triggered me. I'm triggered.
Never. For the record, guys,
I wasn't part of that.
Was not a part of any of this. I was a spectator. Yeah. I died in a vehicle crash.
Here comes the push. They had to push this. Oh,
10 smokes out right here, Bing. They're trying to make the push. Signs goes down to Hayes from across the map, but he takes a big headshot though. Signs may be okay. He gets knocked into smoke.
No way he's gonna get rezzed. This is gonna be a kill though. Invasion's gonna get this wipe.
Lilith will get rezzed here though. Good nade. Oh no, he won't. Good nade from Lilith.
Hayes isn't playing, bro. Hayes taking two of them out. That was a good push by Invasion. They had to make that push. Super's gonna have to replace Space Havoc and these guys into the shack, and you know Lou's gonna pull up, and he's gonna.
Oh my goodness!
Molly,
looks like he's driving up the map.
Molly's coming through. Oh, somebody's saving him. Who's hitting these shots?
Somebody in that zigzag compound.
So I think the team's alive right now. Prime, AIC, Jin, Invasion, ATR, and AV.
Yeah. Top 5 situation coming right at you. Sue's gonna throw it all out on the line, taking some shots, delivering some shots over.
You know
Takes
what?
a big Lou.
I respect that dude, bro. I respect that dude, man. Like, all right, I'm not gonna sit in here. They're gonna come in here anyway. I'm just gonna go out here shooting. I respect that dude, man.
Very true. FPP action. 4 teams up. No one has a full squad. Team 1, the only team with 2. That's Jen. I'm not counting them out yet though, because they got my guy Paulo still alive.
It takes a little while for people's banners to leave when they die.
It does, because I still think they're alive. I'm like, it's still alive.
Facts.
Zelody has been playing well, Bing. How about his play?
Well, okay, but
He's not playing either.
I really have appreciated Zelody's growth and maturity in play over this season number 8, whether it's FPP or TPP. He's doing a very good job. I think it's important that for us to point out that these players are growing and playing very well. I have my money right now is still with the team number 10. Our current leaders.
Jen has gone through it all. He has everything red.
Oh man, what is he rocking?
Got one first aid as well. I don't know how long he's gonna last. M4 and SLR.
Oh,
too.
through the door. You gotta, man. Listen, you get that. You gotta let that ride. What's that saying? That weird one. You miss all the shots that you. Oh my goodness, this is the best part of the whole game. They saw them crawling. Come on, Jen. Come on.
These are just surviving in a survival game.
The only person on this who hasn't survived this circle is Zelody.
Is not allowing him to.
Oh, Exclusive has the best gun on the whole game. Oh, he just spots Jin. Jin ran right in front of him.
Good shot right there from. You know what? Exclusive has come to play.
He took some time off. Took some time off. Came back. He was ready. He
had to get his mental zen up. He took a ton of damage right there from Blackjack, though.
He really is ready for for season number 9. He likes this season, but he's ready for season number 9. He doesn't like the way people have been talking about their status in the PCL. He's not feeling it.
I agree.
He is not feeling it.
So here's an interesting topic. As I see the chat talking about it as well, and we've talked about it. Do you think the 5.56 guns are too nerfed, or do you think the guns are balanced? You think it's okay?
I love it.
I know the meta has shifted.
I just need the reload speed. I just need the reload speed, right? Because it shoots you. If they up the damage if they up the damage, then there's no need for you to pick up the barrel because you can hit so many shots with the M4. Like you hit literally every shot with the M4.
I agree.
So if you people don't understand that it's literally been taken down 1 point. Literally 1. The M4 has been taken down 1 damage point. What do you want to do? Up at 0.5? I'm confused.
They want it to be reverted. They think it was good enough to compete with the barrel back then.
Bro, I'm over it. Holy. He missed all those shots. That's crazy. I always get confused with the spam, right? Spamming is good, but they don't hit shots most of the times. 8 times.
I think what it does, it makes a player panic more than anything.
See,
right?
This is my thing. I like that. Wait. County got set on fire by Lou? From right here? Oh my goodness. Lou's popping off. Go crazy, Lou. You gonna get hazed too?
Lou.
Actually, he doesn't get him. What are we talking about? AV again in the top 2 situation with 3 up. It's a 3-on-2. Can Exclusive and Sturdy do this, Prime? Let's go take their point of view.
I think they can. This is dead zone too.
This is dead zone. I forgot about that. Everybody, if you're new here, phase number 9 closes. There's nothing after phase number 9. This is a wrap.
Warzone. Angle right there from Lou. So I'm gonna retract that statement and say we've got this game with exclusive being one shot, and he dies to the play zone.
Smart play by him.
Another win from AV. Good play. Not a bad play from AIC though. Not a bad try, but my goodness, well played. We're gonna take you guys into some replay action. Bing, tell them what you saw.
So first, I want to say that Hayes did his thing in this final zone with that SLR. For AV, when AV makes it to the final circle, Prime, it's almost over. If they make it to the final circle with 3, they never lose a person. Right? Think about this. It was 3-3-3 going into this, and they were the only team to not lose a person in this whole circle. Somehow, somebody has to go check on Lou and see if he's doing steroids, because he hit somebody with a molly from across the map. It was money. I don't understand. I didn't see it. We didn't see it.
These are some really good shots from Hayes.
He had perfect shots.
He has a personal vendetta on Zalodi.
Facts. He was just.
If I'm in the Discord, I'm like, yo, my man, can you relax?
Relax. Back off just a tad.
Thinking I was safe, bro. Like I was in the bathroom, man.
I respect that. Back off me just a tad and let me do my thing. Okay, he definitely. That's what I'm saying. I think right here. I think he has to take these shots right here. You know your position. You have to take these shots. It's important, just at least to make them worried about you. At least to do a little bit of damage on that 3 vest. Holding and waiting for the perfect shot. This isn't the opportunity for that. You gotta let him have it. You gotta let him go.
You're right. You're right. I think he took a little too much time trying to zero it in. These guys are too good, right? Like you have to take advantage of when you can. But that's funny. You play ranked. Yeah, no, this is nothing like ranked. As a matter of fact, you know what's funny is a lot of these players, I would say a majority, probably 80-90% plus, who play in the PCL reaches masters in a week.
Right, and they're extremely bored when they play ranked, so they do wild stuff. They like run 2-man ranked, like it's right. Insane. Like it's insane. I'm telling you, a person commented on something that I posted and said, "How do these guys win 11 games straight in a ranked lobby?" And I wanted to reply. Because they're insane. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand what you're telling me. They're good players. Like, they're really good at the game. I don't understand what else you want me to say to you. Oh man, how are they hitting these shots? Practice, bro. I wake up in the morning at 7:00, right? Sweeney's playing because he lives over there, and then I go to sleep at 4 a.m. He hasn't got off. He's still playing. What? Like that's what I'm talking about, right? And that is how these players get to be this good. And if you want to, you can make up whatever you want and ask people if they have, M and Ks and K and Bs and whatever's. But no, that's just an excuse for you being a bad player and him for being a good player. We're tired of it. I'm over it. That's what's happening. But back to what I was saying right here. Lou's about to set somebody on fire with a molly.
Your favorite kill right here.
Right. I need you to understand he's about to molly somebody from the other side of the circle. I don't understand how that happens.
I tell you what, AV has 10 kills. All joking aside, and they win this game again. Plus, like they have 10 kills right now as we're watching on this replay. To ATR with 12 kills as well. I'm not going to take any credit away from them. But
ATR was popping off this game. I'm so excited to see them playing well again. Prime. They won't be.
I am too. I am.
They won't be in the bottom of. They won't be in the bottom 16. Look, where? Oh, so he was a little closer.
Tom Cruise.
Look, somebody Tom Cruise. Listen, the real thing about this is I'm gonna tell you why AV won this circle. AV won this circle because Lou is playing with confidence. Lou is moving and cutting off the other pass for everybody else. He's still moving through the circle. The other teams stayed in their positions and didn't move around. It cost them right here. Now there are more angles for AV than anybody else. And this is how AV kills Sturdy and exclusive right here, because Lou is going to wrap all the way around to a side that they don't see. And while they're focusing standards and blackjack, Lou has free shots. They're just playing like they're in first place, right? That's what first place gives you. First place gives you the leeway to do whatever you want.
You're absolutely right. This angle right here was just great. Great angle from Lou right there. Lou played that extremely well. And then the rest was history right here, right? Like, exclusive knew that this is going to be tough for him, so he took some plays on, wanted to try to take one person out if he could, but then it was just a GG right there. So 2 matches down, we have reached halftime. We've got a brief intermission ahead. We have Torch with the game 1 win, and of course Avita with number 2. This is the PCL, the PUBG Console League. We will be back after these messages. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. This is the PCL PUBG Console League brought to you by none other than yours truly. I am Prime, and I got my guy Invasion Bing alongside of me. We have been through 2 games so far. This is match number 3 of 4. Torch being the victors of match number 1, and match number 2 went off to Avita as they found themselves back into another first place dub with a ton of kills. We've got some updated scores coming along right for you. If you guys take a look at the flight path, Avita again coasting in first place with 151 points, 91 of those going to kills. In second are the mates, 89 points with 70 of their points going towards kills. AIC in third, 83 points with 59 kill points. Fourth is ATR moving up with 79 points. 58 of those are kill points. Torch in fifth with 72 points. The Dossers 2 points away from them in sixth place. Genesis is in seventh, along with Winner Circle going all the way down to eighth place, with Valid moving up as well. In ninth place, Berserker Esports in 10th place. Invasion in 11th. Red Reapers in 12th. Euro in 13th. Results may vary, also known as RMV in 14th. NV4 moves into the top 16 as well in 15th. And the Pub Stars still biting their nails. They did separate themselves from BBG and Unvaulted just because they've had some rough games. They find themselves in 16th place with the rest as follows. Man, these 2 games have been action-packed. We have seen the teams absolutely try to climb their way from the bottom and make themselves into the top 16 teams to advance to next week's money round. The flight path was west to east, almost middle of the zone or of the map. And as Bing dies, we are going to see the first zone pop. Bing, what are your predictions for match number 3, and how do you think things are going to go?
So, first of all, let me give some shout outs real quick, Prime. One, Sweeney is absolutely insane, right? Like, did you see those numbers? He has 30 kills.
Yes, I didn't even mention that. I'm sorry.
He has 30 kills.
He's the leader for everything: points, kills, and damage.
Lilith going down again, getting ran over right here, up here in Severny. And but Soup is going to get the weapons, and now there's going to be trouble for everybody else. But yes,
up too.
So yes, he definitely is popping off. But I also want to give a shout out, to PUBG Lookup. They do handle the scores currently. They don't handle the scores, but we use their system to do the scores. So if you guys need to check out your statistics or something like that, and you're worried about like your placement or your KD or whatever, and you want to do some research about how your team is doing in these things, you can use PUBG Lookup. It's a good tool, and go out there and check it out. Now, what I believe is going to happen in this game is if somebody does not figure out how to slow down Avita, they'll get another win. I'm just going to be honest, because right now WC isn't doing what they usually do, and the mates aren't doing what they usually do. The only team that's playing as consistent as they usually play is Avita, right? And we talk about this. We always talk about this. The top 3 teams in console comp right now, and they have been steady. It has been Avita, WC, and the mates. Right?
You're absolutely right. I think Avita is going to have the toughest. This will be the toughest rotation they've seen thus far, and this isn't even really that bad, right?
That's true.
This is their toughest rotation.
That's true. I agree with that. That is 100% true. But right now, Prime, they are miles ahead of everybody with their confidence level, with their play styles, with their calls. Their IGL is making it happen. His IQ is through the roof right now, and that is what's causing people to not be able to stop them. I'm telling you, it's the fact that they can play methodically, and then they could play aggressively. They could turn it on and turn it off. No other team can do both. WC has to push hard. The mates have to pull up on you and change your angles. But the mates can't play slow. When they play slow, they end up dying. Unless they play slow inside Pachinki, right? And all the teams that are in a distance or in the middle of the field haven't found their play styles yet, right? Like, let's talk about ATR, for example. This isn't the same ATR team that we usually see. This isn't the same Invasion team that we usually see. RMV, not the same RMV team that we usually see. So these teams are And then, not to disrespect Jin or NV4, I just don't have enough knowledge about them, right? Or Euro at the time, or TD. TD's new. All these other teams are new. So the teams that we consistently see, they just aren't playing up to par with what they usually do. And this is the qualifiers, so they might just be using the qualifiers to get some practice in for the money round. And they do have a week off. Next week there's no PCL. We gave them a week off so that they can get together, they can practice, and then they can come back the following week prepared for the money round, because every team's going to want to show up to get that check. Sorry, I was ranting.
No, I'm listening. I'm taking everything in. You're hitting the nail on the head. A lot of these teams have found themselves in the play. They're getting kills and everything, but they have to think, is this it? Is this everything I'm going to get out of this league? Or can I be a team like the Mates? Can I be a team like Dub C, who's currently struggling right now? Can I be a team like AV? One thing I'll tell you guys, and here's a secret for AV, is that these guys have not given up on each other. They have a ton of faith in one another, and they play together so much that it's just second nature. They know their rotations, they know their landing spots, they know everything. And they're just good. They know exactly what they're doing at all times, and they rotate well. They rotate early, and they understand how the other teams in the play are playing. It is what it is. So I tell you what, you're absolutely right. If these teams do not find a way to get rid of AV early in the game, they have no chance, because these guys are just playing well. They're making a late rotation right now too. This may affect them as they go in, because this bridge, this body of water that runs through, is just as bad as the body of water that runs through military. A lot of people don't realize that when there's a zone like this that shifts north, it is tough, because there's skinnier bridges. There's compounds right next to the bridge, and you will get shot at. So if you find yourself on the lower half of this map and the zone shifts up, you have to be careful, because there aren't many compounds in this region here.
The thing that's really important about this problem, I think they're rotating late on purpose, right? They want people to rotate before them, and then after they rotate, they rotate in late, right? They want people to rotate a little further so that they can rotate behind them, and they want to come after the congestion. Now, this bridge over here is nonsense. There's no way I drive across this bridge.
Right, and this is one of the bridges I was referring to. It's funny because the other bridge that we think is a thing is very vacant right now, and teams may need to rotate that way, because you can see these teams are starting to need to exhaust their smoke.
This is. So what really happens right here, like you say, Prom, this one of these bridges is supposed to be open, right? The one I usually go to, if it was me, I take the George Pool Bridge literally every time. We have never seen a team bridge camp the George Pool Bridge successfully and get a lot of kills. But this bridge right here, there's no chance that my team is crossing this body of water. We're not right there. No shot. There's no escaping it. After you get on that bridge, you're gonna die.
You're right. This is the Pub Stars and RMV in the same compound, and Pub Stars already got or received a knock, but they got the res on Swift Gaming right there. This is interesting. This is a great play from Zipped here, getting the highest point of ground here in FPP. And if anyone, this is not what Foxy needs to do. He gave up the stairs, and now they're making their way up.
So he was trying to be on the roof right here too, to help out here, but AIC is gonna shoot off that roof, and that did some damage. And now Zipped is down. Wow.
And confirmed immediately. Good play. And now you can see Foxy getting pushed, and Foxy takes a shot from Zalodi. Now Morphine's gonna take some shots too. Zalodi has had enough, Bing. We talk about him. Like I said, I respect Zalodi's play, and he has shown me so much in these recent days, and he is getting these shots off, and he's doing a very, very good job of doing that. Wait, where am I going? Paulo went down too from Gen G.
Is he? Is
From
he?
Genesis, I mean.
Wow. Please don't bring them over here. Not yet. I don't think anybody's prepared for the from Gen G. Oh my goodness, Prime. Oh no, that's a whole different type of ball game, baby.
Best of the best, baby. Best
oh
of
my
the best.
goodness, you're just gonna insert arguably the best team.
Here comes Danu pushing up from Roz as well. Steve Choco Taco coming up George Pool.
Let's see what happens. So that's crazy. Oh man, I'm crying a little bit. So look, the everybody's pretty spread out right here, except for this cluster that we have over here, Prime. This one, but I think most of the action is gonna go down. These people are all gonna make it, but I think the action is gonna go down on these houses right here. Look, this is what I was talking about for AV.
And you know where people settle at as well, as right where your camera is, right over top of the airplane.
The airplane, yep. I think that's going to be in the next rotation. If it shifts up there, they're going to go airplane. Now, this invasion rotation right here is going to get real sketch because there are going to be so many teams around. This is sometimes they take that extra rotation too early too early in phase 2, and it causes them problems. So now they're going to position themselves literally in the middle of a lot of teams. And as you see, this rat's going to get a knock right there. They're trying to go into the bunker. And then Tommy got the next knock. Too. Yeah. It's just tough. This is a tough spot to go. Now they're going to have to play from out of the bunker the whole time.
And that is not what you need. I mean, you have cover, but it's just not the best cover.
I mean, you're going to have the cover, but you're not going to be able to get any kills from there, right? You can peek your head out every now and then. But if they're playing for position and placement later on, I guess it works. But if not, it's going to be very, very tough for them. Maybe holding Severny right there, being a little bit more patient. They just put.
I was gonna say I didn't see a necessity for them to leave Severny because they were so late. See Team 13 being wiped. That was Team 8 going down after they got those couple of knocks. AIC got aggressive. Team 9 is out as well. That's real shooters only. Just having a tough week, man. I feel bad for RSO, but they'll go back to the drawing boards. Hopefully they can find a way to perform better in these next couple games for today and tomorrow. But yeah, you're right. They tend to over-rotate sometimes. There was no need to leave Severny as they were in zone. Not exactly where they wanted to be, but you got to know that phase 2 is on its way closed. You know everybody else has made their way in the vacant compounds, right?
I've always been in favor of leaving before the phase starts closing, because when the phase starts closing, everybody's already looking to get shots off at you, shots off at somebody. So everybody's on high alert. If you rotate before the phase closes, you might catch them by surprise, right? Even if you do want to make that rotation. I think they can bounce back from where they are, but it's tough that they lost a person in rotation. I think they are losing too many people in rotations. That goes to credit that something is wrong in their rotations and they have to fix it. AV losing a member, they might be in a tough spot right here, Prime. Getting surrounded by Valid.
Yeah, and this is not the building that you want to be in either. You can literally rain nades on every floor and there's not much cover to run away from them. And here they come.
Again, the person that's going to cause the issues here is Lou. He's not in the building, and then as the team, as Valid is focused on the building, Shogun is helping right now by being back here, right? So Shogun is back here. He could see if Lou comes out the building, and he can put some shots down on him. If not, Lou could just be outside. As they start shooting up, Lou can get some knocks, right? I think Dontrix and Shogun are doing a very good job of not overextending and putting people in the bad spot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're surrounding this house in a perfect way. Not everybody's getting overzealous. Well, as soon as I say that,
Beretta pushes up the steps.
Tough play from them right there. That's just a tough play.
And now I see Monster is in there as well. I don't know. He's gonna play bathroom. Okay. He tried to play the bathroom. It just didn't work out for him. I think that those have been pushed a little too far right there. Again, if you're gonna push in there, you got to push in there as a unit. Everybody has to go. I think they were doing a better job of being outside and headed in. But you know. now Donnie and Shogun are gonna have to retreat from this fight in order to maintain the ability to get placement. Again, that's what I was talking about for the patience of AV. AV didn't push out of the building. AV didn't panic. AV just held really strong, and then they were able to get the knocks that were necessary.
I'll say this: it's your fault.
Yep.
Commentary's curse.
Yep, it is my fault. Definitely.
Phase 3 closing in. Dontrix is gonna have to make a play along with Shogun, and I know they're looking for a way to get out of there. AV's got all the vehicles as well. Unless Dontrix can make a play and knock one of these guys out of the vehicle, they're gonna be in a tough spot. So they're gonna be vehicleless, and they gotta go on foot. And there were a ton of people in the compounds by there. Sweeney took some damage there, but he may be able to get away here.
Look at this.
This may hurt AV though, Bing.
Now this is. I think you're right. I think them being in that fight for so long might put them in a bad position. But look, this is what I'm talking about for AV. AV's gonna stop well outside the circle, get a few heals, and as other people rotate in, they're just gonna rotate in behind them. But look at this. Torch is here already, Prime.
And this is not a team you want to pull up next to. Damo.
If Lou escapes, they're fine. Lou escaped, they're fine.
Yeah, they're good.
Wow. That's the second. I think that's a missed opportunity for Torch. Torch has to get a knock right there. Let's see if Jen can get a knock right here.
Yeah, they wanted those kills for sure. Jen also, again, they're down a player. They lost. Forget who they lost.
Paulo's gone.
Yeah, it was Paulo going down early.
So look, I was gonna mention this. Invasion was able to make. Oh, Sweeney goes down. They over rotated like you were mentioning, Prime. So down goes Sweeney. This might be the time that AV is gonna go out pretty early. But
yeah.
Invasion was able to rotate out of their position all the way onto this coast, and it's gonna give them a kill right here. I believe Mute is gonna go down elsewhere. Okay, we'll find that a little while later. I hear Sign shooting the DP. It's always a good sound for Invasion. Now imagine being the best player.
Down to a smidge of health. He is in a rough.
He is tough. It is tough. Imagine being the best player in the history of a game with a particular weapon. What? That's crazy. It's crazy talk.
They should rename the gun to Signs 28.
He 100% needs his own skin in the game.
Yeah.
What? You 100%. Oh, down goes another member of Jen.
Pedram going down. That is tough. They said Pedram is their other backup. He's a fan favorite.
Oh, I see. Nath, you only had a smidge of health a minute ago. What happened? You're back.
He stopped, got a first aid off, and did work. Good play right there.
Oh.
I'm gonna steal somebody's line. Mama, there goes that man.
There he goes. Look, now we got AV and TD gonna get it in. Signs knocking somebody with a DP. Oof. I'm a rapper. No,
taking my headset off.
Oh man, Prime quit.
I gotta make the noise. Sorry.
Prime quit. That's funny. That's a funny situation. Look, Rat taking somebody else down. Rat taking someone else down.
Oh my goodness. Brain with a knock on Nape. Nape was doing a lot of work there and then ends up going out sad. Erk going down. That Sign's putting down the big shots now and gets to confirm TD going out little by little.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at this other fight and now I see. Now Rat's the only person alive right here. I wonder how he plays. So Rat's never the last person up on his team in the teams that I've watched, right? He's usually in the mix shooting at him, and then when everybody dies, he dies with them. So I'm intrigued to see how he's gonna play this as a solo. We talk about it sometimes where people say that there's always one solo carry on every team. There's a person that you would like to be alive in solo on every team. This was right here is Space Havoc and Nation are shooting at I Am Superman right now. It's a little bit of a cluster going on in this backside over here, but we're going to take you over. I want to take you guys over to this fighting. There seems to be more people alive and more shooting going on.
How about the rotation from Invasion 2? And they were in a tough spot. They were in that bunker like you called out earlier and found their way to get out of that space and getting over into a better spot. I want to know the history of this plane rebel too.
It shows resilience from a team. Lou's going to get a knock on Signs over there. It shows resilience of a team. All right, we made a bad mistake, or we rotated a mistake and we lost a player, but it doesn't mean the game is over. It just means that that one player is down, and now we're gonna make another play, you know. And that is what I like to see right there.
Right.
Oh, when Lou goes down to Soup. Wait, I'm confused. These people are so close to each other, and it's not okay. There goes the shot. I didn't know what was happening. It's like they signed a silent truce, and everybody was kicking it.
There's always a silent truce going down.
AV has a good spot. I mean, sorry, Prom. ATR has a good spot within the rubble, right? So now they can hold all the angles, and the mates can't be too aggressive. I guess the mates are going to wait for the next zone to pop off. Let's look at Jin. It looks like Blackjack's going to go down. Were they able to pick up Signs, or is Signs finito? No, he's gone.
Signs may be gone.
Oh, he's gone. Man, that's tough. Oh, WC's up four tough. 4 of them. Oh, that's nice. Out of circle though, Jin has Jin has the. Whoa! Are you telling me that
the
there's
tail end of that plane path there?
There's one team on one side. Rat finally going down the mask.
Tell you one thing, for a team this new, at least to the comp scene that we have seen, they've played. Their rotations are sharp.
There's only one team in the history of the PCL that has come and been new, that has played well like them, and that's VK, right? VK played pretty well when they first started playing, and they got back into it. Their team was huge, first of all, but when they got into it, oh man, down goes. I didn't see Sturdy down there, and Flacco's behind Soup, so this is going to be tough. He's going to try to go for this res, as Flacco might shoot him in the back. But yeah.
I was going to ask if there was a ditch here that he could survive, and it wasn't. Soup's going to be in a fish out of water here in a rough spot. He's got to pick somebody to fight.
He doesn't know that. I don't think he knows that Flacco is directly behind him. He's worried about Sturdy, and Flacco's going to shoot him in the back because Flacco sees him.
Right. He's taking shots from everywhere, and he just has no chance. This is just a rough spot for Soup. Unfortunately, Invasion is eliminated in 8th. And now we have Gingy, ATR, Torch, and the mates all in the same spot. Teams we have been mentioning in the past couple of games.
Hayes by himself here trying to pop it off.
I tell you what, if Hayes brought that DMR that he brought from last game, somebody's in trouble.
That's the truth.
Zalodi duck. Zalodi duck. Please.
That is the truth. Team 11 still alive. All of them holding strong down there. Who is that? That is the Red Reapers. All 4 of them holding the edge. They're not even going to be in a fight for a while.
Win a game. Yeah, they're looking to win a game for sure. I mean, they've always been. And they get the
They got the zone, but the mates. This zone favors the mates for everybody on the top south. Oh man.
That sucks for everyone who thought they were going to keep the mates out too, Ben. You're right, because they had their backs against the wall, but the patience from mates displayed right there is what gives them the how it flips. So that's well played.
That question I asked earlier pays it does dividends right here. I was wondering why they weren't pushing, but they were pushing, waiting to see the next zone. That shows some maturity by their IGL. That means, look, we don't have to be in the zone in this next circle, deep in the zone, especially circle 5 or 6. You can just wait. You could play edge on circle 5 and 6 because there's always a hard shift. That shift may go to them or it may come to us, but if it comes to us, we got it. You got to take that 50-50 in a zone like that. And I think they did a great job. That's excellent. Because if they would have pushed in earlier, they would have died to Torch or died to ATR.
Right. Or just in general, even if they won those fights, they get into a ton of fights that they don't need.
True.
So now they have all 4 players up and they're able to move forward with all 4 players and hopefully win this game now.
Born Country has saved Kofri. Kofri forgot about Sturdy. Sturdy shot him in the back, and Born Country was able to knock Sturdy. And now they're going to pick Kofri up right here, or they should be on the way to picking Kofri up. Wow. My, how the tables turn so quickly. Dang. You have to.
I'll take that as long as you don't call yourself a rapper ever again.
Wow.
We all know who's the rapper here, sir.
Right, me. Wow, crazy. Look,
and their name rhymes with Prime. See what I did there?
Wait, your name rhymes with Prime?
Shh. Just let it sink in. Prime.
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious.
My guy ITHG, also known as Thick.
Is he gonna be able to get some shots off right here? Well, it's a big battle going down over here.
I think he's gonna play this slow. I think Mass going down to play zone. Diffie and the boys from Torch are gonna rack that kill up. And with the confirmed, but Damo going down to Tender.
I I think this is a smart rap by I think this is a smart rap by Torch, because Torch could have pushed over there to the mates. They would have gave up some kills. They heard those shots. Now the question is can Dub C? No, they're gonna be stuck between two places right here. Oh, but Unknown goes down. Tyrannical goes down, and now this leaves two. Oh!
What a shot by M there. Tindersaurus getting it confirmed. Diffie going down, and the whole Torch goes down.
Oh,
what
so
a
that
shot right there, though.
That rap didn't play off, but Jin playing the best out of here. Nobody sees him. Get out of here, bro. Flacco gonna go down.
I figure he was gonna. The best thing that happened for him was that
the fight's going on. But look,
he was able to. Look who's over there. Just
they have to move though. If they don't move into the circle right now and they take this long distance fight, I do not see them winning. Oh, they waited too long.
Oh, he got caught too. There goes Thick going down to tacticals. We got a 2-team up 3v4. The mates versus Red Reapers. This is where we both hold our breath right here too. We're just waiting to see what's gonna happen.
I don't know the plays in order to, like, I don't know what they're gonna do. I know what I think they should do, and it's never right in this situation. So I just want to see how they play this out.
Somebody's gonna win. This is how this is gonna play out. I'll tell you that.
Okay, facts.
Gravity going down to Boring Country. Good shots right there. He needed that.
But knocking people goes down too.
2 down for Team 11, and now
Tacticals hit him with an arm. Move.
Oh,
you gotta move your face, and the only person left is Boring Country. Boring Country's going for a res. They're gonna let it ride.
Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Where are the nades, Prime? Here comes the flash. Oh no! He had to get up though. Oh my God, he got hit again.
Oh my goodness.
You can hear it ringing out. He's only hit him once, but you could tell he's hurt. He's nothing. Sparky's going to push over. This is going to be nothing you can do.
Oh, there it is. Yo, that was just, what a play by the mates. They dominated that last circle. Those last series of circles absolutely dominated. Interesting case here being Genesis. They get third, but they only got 1 point in kills. They were in 7th place and they were only up 4th, and they were 5 points away from 6th and 7 points away from 5th. This is going to be a huge cluster by the end of tomorrow. Huge cluster.
I want to mention that Tactical shot 4 shots. He missed 1 of them. he missed.
Yeah, I think his accuracy at the end was at least 90-something%.
Oh my goodness! And two of the 3 were headies.
Are you not entertained?
Oh my goodness. If we're talking about, man, the mates sometimes coast through the qualifiers, right? That's why I'm not sold on how many points Avita has, right? Avita is just a business oriented team. They come to play no matter what's going on. They're going to play really hard, right?
Yeah, they wear their suits on Saturday.
Right.
They're
exactly.
that kind of team.
Right. And in the living room, they're ready, right? They dress up to kick it with their friends in the living room. Straight up. Their best outfits, right? So I'm just saying that they're coming, right? But the mates of the team that run shotguns mid-game just to have a laugh because they feel like they're going to qualify no matter what. Right. So I'm not sold on that. If they could turn it on like they just did right there and they play like that consistently, I think this is going to be a whole different sort of different sort of money round. It always is. Remember,
I was going to say it always is.
Right. Remember who won the last money round, and they were the team talking all the noise to the mates at the time. Right. The SLG was like, oh, well, look who won qualifiers. And then after qualifiers was over and they had to take that same noise to the money round, it didn't turn out that same way. And the team that ended up winning was the mates. So I just, if they got they got a lot of talent over there. A lot of them bring it. And I just, next week it's going to be a different ball game than what it is right now. And we're seeing some really good plays happening right now, but next week is going to be a little bit different. A week after next.
What's very, very impressive for me about the mates though? I only see 4 players. Like they
Oh,
never need that fifth player.
right.
Their fifth player is Mason, also known as OK.
He rarely plays.
He rarely plays. It's literally just them four, and they bring it every week.
That's true.
So yeah, they're gonna coast. I'm not mad at it, but they still play and they still find ways to win with high kill games. They're really good. I think they're gonna do really well. And you're right. That's why I'm not concerned either for the amount of points that Avita has. I 100% agree. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is going to be one of my favorite seasons for sure. I think before what we saw being is we saw a lot of juggernauts and a lot of new teams trying to find their identity. But now, wow. Wow, the toxicity, man. The toxicity. Oh, man. Oh, we're going to be keyboard warriors now because this is crazy. Listen. I hate it here. But listen, this is going to be my favorite season because there are a lot of really good top heavy teams. That, like, the PCL isn't as top heavy as it has been before. I'll admit, before going into this, I was like, okay, I'm looking at the roster. I'm like, who are these guys? Never heard of these guys. I want to see how they play. I like to emphasize new players because I want to see if there's some talent out there that's been undiscovered, right?
Okay, yes.
Especially with the new merge of crossplay. But now, and before I was like, okay, they played the first 3 games. They try to land where these other guys land, and it's just no shot. Just kind of like how they don't challenge the mates anymore. That other team, was it MV4? I think at first they tried to challenge.
I think it was Jin. Jin was challenging them every time, and then it wasn't
they were
working.
Better off by not going
right,
there.
and then they figured out that we're not going to go there, and then they start winning games after that, right?
Excuse me, he looted this 8.
He found that.
He looted this 8.
Okay, respect. I respect that.
Much respect, right? But and then we see all of these players move around who used to be on really good teams, like, you know, the BAMFs or the SSs and things like that. And now we have almost similar to like the league,
the basketball, like NBA, right?
Yeah, like they're just great teams all around. At least every team has 2 really good players.
I feel like the
including
talent,
Genesis.
I feel like the talent is spread out, and there are
that was unfair.
There are 3 or 4 teams that are very good, but I think the talent is spread out. That's why the bottom of the leaderboard right now is so close. It's because there's so many good teams. I agree with that.
Yes, and just I'm excited. I'm just very much so excited. The money round brings out a different kind of warrior inside all of these players. Top 16 teams advance, guys. I'm going to say that. So you guys have seen 3 of 4 games with the mates taking the 3rd game. Keep in mind, Torches won game 1, Avita game 2, and the mates with game 3. This is the 4th and final game of today. Halfway through this final week of the qualifiers. This is the PCL. We will be right back after a brief intermission. Thank you guys for watching. Welcome.
Go ahead, Prime.
I did that one on purpose. It's all you, bud.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the PCL. I am your host, Invasion Bing, along with I am Prime right here. The flight path is going to go through Poly, like a little south of Hospital, and we are going to give you the scores right off, Prime. Let's give them the scores.
Let's give them the scores. You guys know Avita still in first place, 155. Finally, another team breaking 100 points. That's going to be the mates from that win and the high kill games. And then you got AIC in third place with 90 points, ahead of ATR in fourth with 84 points. Torch in fifth with 81. TD in sixth with 75. This is where the leaderboard starts to get really, really close. 4-point spread here. Genesis in seventh, and then Winner Circle tied with them in seventh, now known as eighth because of whatever. And then Valid in ninth with 62 points. Berserker Esports in 10th place, followed by Invasion in 11th. Red Reapers in 12th. They have moved up a little bit, along with Euro in third, RMB in 14th. The Pub Stars has moved up a slot in 15th, with Nova 4, also known as MV4, in 16th. BBG, unvaulted, one effort, and real shooters only at the bottom of the list. I do not know if these guys are going to make it. You may be looking at the top 16 teams here just because NV4 is moving up in the ranks, as they are, 16 points ahead of... This is more than 16 points. 16 points ahead of BBG. So, Bing, I don't know. I think we got our top 16 here, man.
But for me, it's still another day, and all these teams need is bad games from the teams that have been in the middle, that have been playing pretty, subpar, and one good game. That's all it takes. One good game. 5 kills and good placement. Boom, it'll put you over, right?
That is true.
And they don't even need one good game. If they can consistently if tomorrow they put together 4 decent games. Well, think about this. Invasion has gone out a couple early times without playing at their best. We know they're a great team, but in this case right here, this is perfect, right? In this case, whoever wins this fight is up, right? If RSO can win this fight, that gives them the needed boost that they want, right? I don't, how things have been going on, Prime, I don't see that happening, right?
That was going to be my question.
I don't see that happening. Invasion is probably going to win this fight right here. Not to knock RSO, but Invasion is looking to make themselves to get into a rhythm, and this is how they have to start it. They have to win their first fight. Look at them aggressively pushing over, right? They weren't there a few minutes ago when we got here. They weren't that close, right? And now they're just going to push over there. They want this fight. They want to win. So I don't see them, especially with RSO grouping up this tight together. I don't see it working out for them in their favor. But this is what I'm talking about right here. It's really going to come down to if these teams can get a little momentum going.
Yeah, and I think Invasion initially pushed over to see if they can catch somebody slipping from going over to one of the next houses. But you're right, with the tight formation there. Looks like Tyrannical is going to go down to ATR. This is a ATR and Torch fight here. Now we're seeing some movement here. Lilith and Soup a little far behind. Shots going out now. You're absolutely right. With that tight formation, Invasion was unable to push, but now that they are spotted, now they're going to take some shots at each other. Whoever is the victor of this fight is going to go into the next fight and into the next circle with a little bit more confidence, right?
Right. And
both of these teams have not been playing exceptionally well, per se.
To their par, right? And you know what's crazy about this? They're going to be the winner of this loots the whole Severny, and the circle, as you can see it in the map, is very, very close. So they're going to be able to do, they're going to be able to take their time and actually loot up to their full potential. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. I think I agree with you with saying Invasion wins this fight. I don't know if they're going to come out clean with 4 players, though, because there's one knock right there from Thirsty. That is something that they need. That is something that RSO needs. Now, you see Lilith getting into a firefight. Lilith gets a knock, returns the fire. This is what you don't need. You don't need a team member. There it is. He goes down and gets. That's what you don't need. You do not need a member to be eliminated here because now they get the res.
They grouped up together, and now Signs is gonna have to try to get this right here, and Signs gets his knock on Thirsty.
Oh, Signs also has the gun that he likes, so now it's a even 3v3 now.
Now they're gonna double swing on him. Now you gotta be
careful. Yeah,
but this is gonna leave Soup in a good position to get some shots down from this side. Signs is gonna get taken down. The double swing is what kills him. He goes for the res on Brain, and that gets him knocked and thirsted, and then Brain gets knocked. And then Brain gets thirsted
as well. Yeah, Soup is gonna be the last one up. I knew this fight was going to have some casualties. I just knew it. I knew that it wasn't going to be a clean 4-0 wipe, just because of the confidence and the way these guys have not been playing up to par, like you mentioned. They have to get their confidence somewhere.
Soup can't allow this. He can't allow this res.
Revive right here.
He going into the building too. I think he must be hurt. Yeah, he's super hurt.
With no meds.
He doesn't have the confidence to swing right here because he doesn't want to get out. But letting this res happen is going to make it very, very hard for him to win this. He might win the fight, but it's going to make it very hard for him to win the fight. And that's what I wanted to mention about RSO and a team like that right there. There's a dangerous team. They could just do whatever because but those are kills that Invasion has to have. Like, if a team's not playing at their best and you guys are pushing that aggressively in that situation, you can't. That was a 4v3, and they ended up losing 3 people to that fight. I think it's because Brain and Lilith go down early in that fight, and then Soup has to. Signs has to res. After he gets his knock, he goes for the res, and after he goes for the res, he gets knocked. Because they double swing, because he's the only person they know where his position is. The only way that could go any different is if Superman takes some random shots that draws their attention, right? But he wasn't in the position, it didn't seem to me, where he could actually participate in that fight as aggressively as he would like. Oh my goodness, they all went South George. It didn't look like he could participate in that fight as aggressively as he would like to. Again, that's something that they could work on, but Soup is now going to have to place in order to give them some points so that they can move into tomorrow, at least not in 15th or 14th place.
I agree. That's a tough break for Invasion. You saw Soup having to migrate out of there. He is trailed by NV4, not too far away. And Soup's going to try to just find a place to lay low. We have seen this zone again for the 3rd time today. No military zones and no Eastern Hemisphere zones. We just got all West zones. The PUBG is just spacing out the zones for us here, right?
That's true. Tomorrow, I can guarantee you tomorrow there will be a military zone. There's no chance. No chance do you have, what's that? That's going to be 8 games with no zone, with no milli zone. I don't believe it. I've never seen it.
We'll find out for sure. Pedram with a knock as well on Envy. I saw Apollo get a knock with a bolt action rifle earlier. And I also saw a member of BBG taking himself out in a vehicle. That was
muted. Muted took himself down. I saw that as well.
Yeah, tough break. FPP driving is just unforgiving.
I'm going over here. We don't usually see this fight this early between these teams, but I'm glad. South George had its heyday. People don't really drop here anymore. That's true. But it used to be the place. It had its time. But it's good. It's good to see 2 teams dropping here, and their RMV should be stacked, right? It had the whole back 6, had the 3 apartments in the front. They have to have all the loot right now. And if Jin had all the loot in the front 6 plus all the houses, these are fairly well looted teams going into these fights right here.
You're right, and I think we've mentioned this before, that it's a lot of great loot here in South Georgia, and these the apartments people like to go to, and then obviously what they like to call the god houses in the front and the back 6s. But it's very rare that that the zone is over here, although PUBG has made a fool out of us today. And it's just a lot of ground to cover, and usually the vehicle spawns are rough to get to. Now this is esports mode, so obviously the car spawns are static along with vehicle spawns and on the water. But even in regular play, like you said, it's not as hot anymore because finding a vehicle is very rough.
Right.
If the zone does not go your way.
If you don't get that vehicle, you guys are fighting for that vehicle at the end. But you know what's crazy about this? I've never seen a zone end here. Like in esports mode.
We saw it last week. Remember, it was just right outside a hospital.
Right. No. But I mean here, like literally on this apartment.
Inside of here.
Yeah, I've never seen that ever.
I wonder how much of that data these players have collected, though.
Okay. I it's just, oh my goodness. They probably don't know that. They probably have no idea. Prime. That has never the circle has never ended here.
Good point.
Zipped hopped the wall. He was the most aggressive man in the world.
Oh no. And Gen G's going down. Genesis is going down as well.
Wow. That's two members. They have one member up. There's just Pedro up, right? Pedro
yes.
up. And then we have look
at no one goes mountain right here either this time.
Exclusive swam Prime is swimming.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought it was a glitch.
And me too. And then I saw it moving and I was like, oh no, he's really in the water.
Oh, what a play.
I would love to know why he did that. Like, why are you in the water right here? But
I went for a care package, to be honest with you.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Water vehicle. I'll be right back, boys.
Right. You guys got this? Look.
Imagine the MG3 in comp.
No, sir. It would be excellent, to be honest. But oh my goodness. Imagine
the 249 is gone, right? It's not in. No, it does land.
They just don't pick it up. Right. They just don't pick it up.
The gun is just unforgiving, man. I just don't know how people can use it.
Look where Evita is located.
Best spot in the map right here.
Where they came from.
The circle. Euro gets a knock on tacticals. Look at the fight over there by Ruins, Bing.
We're gonna have to zoom in right here. I expected more from Euro with them bringing back Mitch and Looted. I guess Mitch and Looted got to knock some rust off, right? They haven't been playing this particular game on this particular platform, and they came back to play, and they're loving it, but they just haven't been what they were. So I expect to see, as they continue to play, them become more of what we're used to, and Euro become more of a talent, a team to watch and to have a good placement in some good games.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, Ving. You're right. If you don't use it, you lose it 100%. Like, you have to have the repetition, and a lot of these guys have surpassed them in hours and time played. So you're right. It takes a little while to get back into the rhythm, but I do foresee Mitch and Luda being back to where they were as they move forward at some point, right?
I agree with that. I think they are going to move. They are going to come back. They are going to play. I'm just confused. Sparky hasn't moved at all. They are going to play at a top-notch level again. I'm also interested, Prime, when the frames get unlocked, how that changes how players play the game, right? Like, are you going to be able to do things better than what you did before? Or are some players going to be worse because the frames are better? Like, it has to throw off your aim a little bit. It has to make it either better because you can control it because it's so smooth, or it's going to make it worse because it's really smooth.
Because you're so used to
can't control it. Exactly.
Right.
So will your amount of hours played hurt you because the game has changed? Remember when we got remember with the Groza before, when the game was in a different state and you couldn't use the Groza because it would annihilate your frame, so nobody used it. And then when the Groza became different, people were like, the people who hadn't used it in a while, they were like it's not as good as it was before, or it's better than it was before, just because the frames were uncapped or they had fixed some issue that they had. The M4 was like that, the M249 was like that, and it took people a little while to get used to it. And I think that is what's happening right here as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that when we see the unlock of frames, there is going to be a huge change in the way these players play. Do you remember when they improved the frames just a little bit?
Right, that's what I'm talking about. And the guns changed, and
people
people
thought they thought that the gun shot faster just because you got more frames to hear the gun shooting more and things like that. Unless these players have played PC, because I'll tell you what, when you play, like if you play PC, if any of you guys watching has played PC,
crates are popping today, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, they are. And are we gonna also be proven wrong about the zone? I mean,
No
if you
shot.
take a look at that.
No chance, Dave. No chance. No. First of all, no one went. You said this before, right? You were like, "Yo, nobody's mountain." But we're talking. No one is mountain. Literally nobody at all.
That and plus, listen. I'll tell you one thing I'll be more impressed with is you calling out the zone going to South Georgia.
Man, it better not go to South Georgia, bro. I'm gonna be.
Oh, it's going.
It better not, Prime. Not you. Don't prove me wrong twice in the same day.
Gotta go refresh, take a shower, and get it right.
I'm gonna have to focus on something else to do. Man, I'm gonna start doubting my calls. RSO still alive. Well, Crack is taken down right there, and now here comes Sparky. No. I hear some shots going off on the left in that. Oh. Sparky going down right there.
Man, Bologna with the shots. Okay, it's Baloney, but good plays by Baloney right there. That's what RSO needs right there.
They needed that.
They get eliminated. Oh no. Baloney gets caught as he finishes that fight and just had no chance.
This is a good play right here by this team. This team, they also needed a killer too. It's good to see that they rotated up here.
They moved up one.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Same zone that we saw in game one.
Mm-hmm. Look how toxic this is about to be. Everybody's gonna rotate into this spot at the same time.
So as the pub stars, do you dial it back a little bit and let this play out and try to win a game here?
No, sir. You need to get them all. Every kill down here. Shoot at everyone. Oh. Well, Blackjack made Swift Gaming pay. And then Sweeney's going to go down. Sweeney hasn't gotten that many kills today, to be honest.
That's true.
Another fight going on back here. I want to swing around, take you to that. It looks like they're all chest to chest. They were. Where's Ratatat at?
Doing Ratatat things from afar.
It's crazy when you see TD in fights, right? One person gets like Rat'll get a bunch of kills on a completely different team than the team that you see his teammates fighting.
True. It's so true.
There's so much action going on. So this is what we wanted to see. And it looks like the pub stars, like you called out, getting some kills down here, Prime.
That is what it's literally what they need. They got a member from AV down. If they see a heads up play, if they have the angle, they can take these shots down at Sweeney as Lou's going to go for the res here. No shot.
No shot. No shot. Good way to move into some cover right there to make sure things are happening the way you need them to happen.
They don't do panic. They don't. I need a res. They don't do that. I've heard their comms. They say, "I'm not good." Finishing up the wipe, and they coach their teammate through it. Hey, first aid, you got time. Go ahead and pop a boost, or first aid before you res me. Like these comms that they're giving each other is just just absolutely good.
I really appreciate people who don't do that in a fight. Like, if you're knocked, you shouldn't tell the other person to res you. You should give out your location. You should say, I'm safe or I'm not safe. But you should really, really be in a situation where you trust your teammates to finish that fight off without having to pick you up in the middle. Because that's how people end up dying. You say, res me, and then they swing. The other people know where you're at, and they kill you, right? Well, let me finish the fight. It's a 2v2. I have a lot of, or it's a whatever it is. I might have enough life left to get this done. And in their situations, let me be the person that, oh man, where's Warhawk at? What? Has Warhawk played all day? No, this is his first game. Rat's finally gonna go down.
Came in place for Flacco, maybe.
Okay, Sweeney gets a knock on America as well. But yeah, I appreciate that. And that's, again, look, in saying what you said right there, Prime, Vita has everybody up except for one because they didn't panic. There was no rushing, and let somebody get to safe cover. It says, look, let me get here first, and after you feel like you're safe, come pick me up. There's no rushing going on. Excellent.
I honestly think the player who thinks that they need to be res thinks that they don't, number one, doesn't have faith in their team to finish without them.
True.
And number two, thinks they're the best player on the team. I'm just going to be honest. That's what they say.
I agree with that.
Unless they're on their last limb and they're like, yo, I'm bleeding out, res me. Like if it's all clear and they're just trying to give their player a heads up, their teammate a heads up, maybe, but not like.
Ooh, I was looking at that. Soup is gonna knock and kill Diffie. Diffie was in the blue back there, and Soup was Soup was waiting on him to cross. Cause I just took a man. I'm telling you, that's what yo.
I tell you what, Bing. Soup is that guy that you mentioned before.
He is for Invasion. He's definitely that person for Invasion. If there's a person that Invasion would like to be alive for the one man, one army thing, it should probably be Soup. Soup does a very good job of being alive by himself. He does. He definitely does.
Right there. My guy, Soup.
Look at this. Is this Team 20?
This
BBG?
Valid and BBG.
Man.
Valid may have the upper hand here though, because they have just been knocking heads off. There's one knock,
man,
literally down to a smidget.
Both of them, two people.
Yeah. So it's muted. Is that Beretta laying those shots down?
Probably, because man, I'm telling you, don't miss, ran through the fire.
No.
Oh, there goes WC getting completely annihilated by AIC. Look, man, I'm telling you, I didn't know Beretta. I knew Beretta was a good player, but when people talk about him, they talk about him like he's LeBron James.
Look at this shot right there on him from
That's why they talk about him like that.
And he
confirm your kills. Shot. I like the way they're playing too. Valid is moving as a unit, right? And in this particular situation, I like it. I like how they're doing this. They're pushing as a unit, and then they're confirming their kills. One person gets the knock, the next person gets the other kills.
And then you see, okay, muted and tragic are still alive.
They rotated out. Like they rotated away from this fight. Superman finally going down.
Yeah.
More shots going out at work mode. Work mode taken down by Blackjack. Vita's so opportunistic, bro.
They hear shots and they literally focus up. And one thing about a Vita that's really good is it's not just one player shooting and saying they're taking pop shots, right?
Oh yeah.
All four beacons turn that way, and they literally like that play. If you think about this being, when you are a solo player, right, and you hear one gun being shot at you, you're like, okay, I may have a chance. I may be able to duck this guy. But the moment you hear all four players shooting at you, it's a feeling inside of you that says, I might as well just die right here.
I have no chance. Jay Lucas put some decent shots from far.
Red Swift Gaming did not tap the X button in time.
Man, you know sometimes it's that little delay. Yeah. Oh, Jay Lucas was over there taking those shots. Dontrix doing his thing.
That's an A-dub too.
That's an A-dub. I made a statement the other day about having the A-dub at the end of the game, right? It was a TPP game, TPP match, and there was some whiff shots going down. Today I've been proven wrong. Like tacticals with the A-dub at the end of that game, getting his shots off, and then Dontrix taking down Jay Lucas right there with the A-dub. It's a game changer if you can hit those shots, but you got to be able to hit those shots. Demdos is going to be the rock for the rest of the game. 100.
I don't blame it.
More shots popping off right here. This is the Pub Stars just taking shots down and taking shots at Valid right there. We're not going to see a lot of fighting until the circle closes in a little bit more, because this is directly in the middle of both sides. So these teams don't really have angles on each other, Prime. Not for real. They're using cover very well right now.
Yes, they are.
I want to see this fight, but we're never going to see this fight. I feel like Dimdos would have the most angles if he stood up, but Dimdos is by himself, so he's not going to be in this fight.
So what are your predictions now that we have 8 teams up? Who do you think is actually going to finish out the rest of who's going to win this game number 4?
I have a lot of faith right now in Valid because they have the high ground. They just can't forget about Team 20 right here. They can't forget about BBG. If they forget about this team, then I think they might be in well, there you go. Down goes Doctrix.
I'm gonna, you know what? I feel like we're watching recorded play.
Bro, that is just like what? Like he was you could tell that they forgot about him because they didn't push to the they didn't push to get that kill. And what happens is after you get that, we see this a lot. A team member gets a knock and you're like, oh, this team is over here. And then everybody else on the team wants to get knocks as well. So they all focus the other way. And they completely forget about the fact that there was a fight, that you were in a fight earlier. And then here comes a Vita who is just going to interrupt everybody's chilling. Oh, here they come.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Avita.
I was going to. I just didn't get there yet.
Oh my goodness. Beretta has to lay down. Can't do it by herself. Sweeney ends up getting the push and the kill. Muted goes down to Joey Andrews from one effort. One effort still alive, but then Tragic takes him down. Or Traxy, I'm sorry.
Oh, Sweeney goes down right here.
Oh, Blackjack had his back. What a play. Blackjack had his back turned to Shogun. Oh, Vita goes down to Morphine in Shogun and Swift Gaming. So that was, first off, it was a good play by Blackjack. He had his back turned. And then he was able to turn and get the knock, but then Avita got pushed by Team 13, which are the Pub Stars. Can the Pub Stars get a win here and separate themselves from the bottom of the barrel?
I want to see how. Oh, Monster won that fight right there against Trixie. I don't understand how he did that, and then he gets knocked by somebody else. That was wild, bro.
Nice try. Saint versus this is Criminal here for NV4. Morphine gets to confirm on track, so now Team 10 is down. 20, I mean, I'm sorry.
Man, Criminal starting to throw anything he can for some cover. Is not working out for him. He's one. Look at Saint on the pursuit, Prime.
Oh, when he gets the knock.
Oh, and then he got clapped. Look at
Almost
M.
got,
bro.
And M now being the opportunist.
Oh, M got a knock.
He's gonna steal this kill too.
No, he got. Can Morphine get the? Oh, wait. We're gonna get a winner that hasn't won yet, right?
Correct. It's either going to be Unvaulted, the Pub Stars, one effort, or BBG.
Let's get in there. Look at BBG kicking it. Muted. Oh, man. After the car wreck, he's still able to make it.
DimDOS. They started this game with 3 players. And he's just going to kick it. I don't blame.
Man, I've watched Unvaulted do this time and time again, bro.
Me too.
They just kick it. All right, we've made it far enough. We're just gonna stay in the rocks. 2v1, v1, v1. Can they win this? Can DimDOS win it? Who's up top? Who's shooting? Morphine. Man, this is a nice looking camo. They outdid themselves with that one. Oh, baby. 1v1, v1.
Yeah.
V1.
Unknown barrel grounds.
That's MK popping off. That's a wait, what? Does he hit this? He did hit it. Oh, he should have thrown that molly. He hit that one too. Mute is gonna play it's phase 9. We got here so quickly today. What? Oh, no, this is important. I want to see the top. Do we keep it on Dim Prime? Dim's never moving. Oh,
I think we keep it on Morphine. He's the active one here. He sees muted as well.
man, that was a great ADS.
Our setup, you don't see this as often as you used to anymore.
Man, it was such a good setup back in the day. High ground killed him. He didn't even get a shot on him.
Morphine doing the work for his team. Mama.
He caught him. Look, he was looking at that tree. He didn't catch him. He didn't see him. He was looking at that tree, right?
Yeah, he was looking at his last known site, right?
Yep. And now he hears him. He's shooting the MK. Muted has the MK, and Dim hasn't moved yet. Dim is on the right. Oh my gosh!
Well, that confirms it. Dim Doss and Morphine 1v1. Now that Dim Doss sees that
Dim. Look left. Wait, left more, Dim.
You're the guy. You're that guy, huh?
Right.
Watching the movie.
Yeah. No. Left, Dim. No, it's too far left. Oh crap!
No, Morphine kills everyone at the end of the game.
Morphine 10 kills. He's going crazy.
Kills on his own, 16 for his team, and that is what you want to see from that team, because guess what? That is going to give them a ton of points.
That's what I was talking about right there, Prime.
Morphine with the clutch.
That puts them well above where they needed to be to qualify. That's what I was talking about. That's wild, man. What great shots by him. Well played by him. Everything that he did was wonderful right there. This play right here, though, to get a Vita out of there, everybody turned to focus the Vita. It was like a siren went off that said, "Yo, this is a Vita, and we got to do our thing." And they were able to take a Vita down right there. Well played. And then right here, I see Monster wins this fight. I don't know how he does this, right? He's about to win this fight against somebody down here. He falls and he knocks Triggsy. How? Morphine saves the next person. And then Morphine gets knocked. Then I think that's when they engage, Prime. Whatever happened right here, after that knock, he just turned into Superman. He knocks everybody. He kills literally everybody after that. He had 5 going into right here. Wow, he kills the next 5 people. There are only 9 people alive. What? He wasn't playing. And Saint wasn't playing right here either. But Saint gets knocked. Morphine gets this kill. Remember?
Yes, I do. Saint played that extremely well. He was trying to get some kind of first aid off, and then M.
Oh no, M got the kill, and then Morphine kills M.
Right.
Man, he knocks M.
It's a domino effect right here.
Is he able to pick Swift up? No, Swift dies here too.
Yeah, because Morphine just goes down and kills everyone. I'm telling you, once this got here.
Oh yeah, he kills everybody. The rest of everybody.
He kills everyone. Yeah, M does get his kill on Swift Gaming, so he does register that point there.
But this is what we talk about, right? The aggressive person wins at the, unless the person who is not being aggressive is a really good player. The aggressive person usually wins in circles like this because you're in your rhythm, your blood's going, and you're just. You saw him beam the guy with the M4 or with the 3.
Yeah, his cursor did not move. He's just that was really good, really good.
Wow, but yes.
And then Demdos just he had no idea where Morphine was. I think what happened here is when Morphine went up here to kill who is this that he kills right here when he kills Bob?
He kills Bob, yeah.
He still thinks he's up there. So Demdos just literally thinking that the guy is up there. But I thought he was going to hear the shooting when he killed the other guy in the field, but he just had no recollection or any wherewithal of where he was.
True. He yes. But you have to take into consideration the people alive, right? It's only 2 of you alive. You can hear him. I don't know, Prime. He literally is the only person shooting. Nobody else even got a shot off. He's the only person shooting. You have to know where he's at.
I'm with you.
He's literally the only person shooting. Look at my boy Dem. Look at nobody. Like,
second place though, that's for sure. Because Vaulted gets at least 9 points, right? Moving up.
no, they get 6.
6. Oh, okay.
I think it's 6. Yeah, it's 6. Literally.
So at least 19 points, that moves them up, but it's not enough. So Nova had 34 points, that gives them 19. And if Nova didn't get, if the points were to remain the same, they still have some work to do tomorrow.
Well, how many points? Wait, this is Pub Stars. How many points does Pub Stars have?
They moved up to 15.
Okay.
They had 35 plus that extra 25 points.
Oh yeah, look at that, bro. Oh my goodness, that makes me reminisce about the old M4, baby. Like if that was the old M4, it would have only took 3 of those bullets and he would have died, right? But he hit him with so many. Oh my goodness, man. Sorry, Dem. Prime, let's wrap it up. Prime, it's over.
I tell you what, Morphine probably has never put down the M4 4 times. He probably didn't care.
He probably didn't.
Nerf for buff. And that goes to show he has perfected that spray. Well, yeah, let's wrap it up.
That's it for us, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for watching. We really do appreciate it. And I'm signing off for myself. Make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure you hit a like and a subscribe on the YouTube channel. That would really help us out a lot. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the hosts. Prime, what do you have for them?
Everybody have a great, safe weekend. See you guys here tomorrow. Love you all. Thank you for coming out and supporting us.
Good night, everybody.